Alright, let's check it. Check it!
Check it. What is it?
Here you go. Here you go. I'm putting it in ship post.
Haley, do you think you could check it? Because I'm.
Check it.
Thunder!
You can't? Or.
Oh, I can.
Oh, you can. That would be
Miss
fantastic.
Tries
Adventuring.
a lot.
Me and the boys at 4 a.m. at 3 a.m.
Academy.
Beans!
Bees.
Check
Sorry.
Checking it. It's getting checked.
Check it.
Look at that.
It's good, gamer.
Good.
Is Penny beans.
Bean.
God, look at yo, she be
Yo,
bugging, bro. She made
what-
fucking
Alright.
beans.
What
on
that
the
dog?
fuck.
What that dog doing?
Alright, Zach, you should be good.
Alrighty.
That was our stream test, everybody.
Alright. Oh.
Butter dog. Dog with the butter on it.
So,
Beautiful.
last ep or sesh, whatever you want to call them.
What if the
Okay.
kids
No!
are calling it nowadays?
I'm
Whatever
not
y'all-
calling it
y'all
a
women
DZ
apples are
sesh.
calling. You guys had Mariah and Laps had some interesting time.
I was gonna say
In-
we have some
yeah.
issues.
The
Yeah.
red light district. You know, they were looking
Very
looking for some
looking to
special
send a letter
services.
in the red light district. Ended up getting that information, though have not sent the letter because it was very late in the day, where most people are sleeping or doing other things.
Zach, let's be
Um,
real. It was early in the.
2
Depends
a.m.
on
is
the person.
debatable.
Depends on
I'd
the
say that's
person.
late at night.
Well, we
Um,
also were getting a tattoo, so that's like more of a red
Yes,
light.
Mariah
district thing.
also started getting a tattoo, which she was told to come back the next day to get it finished. You ended up deciding to go to Rohan's. You had a meeting with him. On the way there, you ran into a strange man that you have never met before,
Who the hell
who
was he?
claimed that they were friends with you. But not knowing anything, you guys went your separate ways and decided to head over to Rohan's to get your fire-resistant fabric from Rohan, which you did, having some interesting conversation and dialogue until you finally left in it's now the middle of the day, with the festival starting and going on. You ended up running into a strange man who was babbling about time. And that's where we will pick up back up.
We were taking him back to our room.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to a point of where you guys ended up first meeting and being having a little bit of conversation because some things were we're retconning some stuff because
Oh.
Few things.
yeah, a few
Okay.
things. But you guys ended up coming up to a random man that was babbling about time. That's where we'll start again.
Oh, we're redoing it?
Yes.
Oh god, alright. Okay. I don't know who should start.
So
I
Sage,
believe I went up to you. Yeah.
yeah, Sage, you saw a interesting looking individual that looked out of place compared to everyone else in the city, sort of walking around, and you decided to go up and see what's going on.
Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna walk up and just say,
What? Please,
you cut out, Lyndon.
I fucking went and just stretched in my chair and leaned back a little bit too far, but it's okay. I'm fine now. Anyways, go ahead.
Hi. You lost, sir.
Yeah, in a sense. What? Huh. What year is it?
I recall from last time. It's year 666.
Okay, lovely. Well, give me a moment, and I, make a few adjustments into my
Why do you ask?
my glove. Nothing really. Just Uh, yeah. Anyways, where exactly are we? And I say as I look around.
Zenith.
How do you
But,
not
you
know
know,
where
asking where you are and what year it is, those aren't exactly normal questions. You realize that?
I mean, maybe to you. But yeah. Where exactly are we?
Zenith.
Okay, last question. What time is it?
Sal.
It's like 2 p.m.
It's about 2 in the afternoon.
That can't be right. Why is it not light out?
Why
Can
is
I
it
hand
not?
him my pocket watch?
There.
you're in Zenith, but you don't know that it's always dark. That's rather strange.
Yeah, it's always dark.
I mean,
We're not in Elysium with the
I know
other-
it's further ahead in the time zone than other place, but you know, local time. You gave me the local time, right?
Yes.
Okay, so why is it nighttime?
Because it's always night.
There's no.
Well, there's no
Yeah.
like day night cycle. It's just always this, unless you're in Elysium where the Everlight is.
Well, then it's always
Okay.
light over there.
Totally
So-
noted. All right. I pull out a little notepad. Oh,
Wait, where you
longer-
come from, is it not like this?
I yeah. We had a normal day and night cycle.
Then where are you from?
Fuck, Zach.
Do not remember the name.
I know. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. Let me.
It's
look.
it's in your character.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm from Exmorn.
Guessing this is not a place I recognize.
No, you do not know.
You're from what?
I knew that would set off Haley. It's very similar to one of your cities, Haley. Just one letter off.
Fuck you, Zach. That's my shit.
It's existed before your campaign existed.
My dick, bro.
Funny 'cause
But no,
I'm
you
from
have
Oak-
not heard about it before, Sage.
And where exactly is that?
Fuck, Zach, yeah, help me out here, buddy.
It's in your character thing.
Sorry, Lyndon.
Um.
Or just look at my player info. Okay. In Mechanus.
I would recognize. Did Erlen ever mention that, or was he just told about that? I'm remembering that as a player rather than as.
Erlen's never mentioned anything like that. No.
Does that set off anything in Papa's head?
Go ahead and make a history check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage? I don't want to hear those words. No. 8. Natural 1.
8.
Plus
Yeah, no. Nothing.
Well, wherever you're from, we take sun donations over here.
And
Son
by
is-
son, he means S-U-N, not S-O-N, for the record. You do mean S-U-N, not S-O-N, right?
You think I
Ian?
look like I want to take care of a fucking child?
Sorry, this is all a little strange to me.
Looks at Lilith. I meant another one.
Yeah, Sage would have looked at Lilith too.
Ooh, that's not good.
Lilith is weirdly unaware of that.
Just to clarify, Zach, I'm not here, right?
No. You are currently being ready, getting some
wedding's
stuff
today,
ready for
isn't it?
wedding. No, it's tomorrow. The next
I
day.
just wanted to. Oh fuck, it's tomorrow. Oh fuck.
Okay. I don't know how I got here. Give me a moment. I need to see something. And I'll take out or I'll kind of like tinker around with my watch. I'll take it out of the glove, and again, it's that same
What
like
does the watch look like?
it looks it's that same bronze stopwatch that looks somewhat familiar.
Where
Okay.
did you get that?
I made it.
You made that.
Yes, I made this.
You sure you didn't buy it from somewhere?
No, I made it. Look, and then I'll open up the face of it. Um, I'll like kind of like open up the face of it, and on the inside of like where the metal face is inscribed on the inside of it is Cronus.
Hold on.
Cronus.
Well, then how come I have one that looks just like it?
Well, there can be more than one stopwatch, right?
Excuse me,
Not if
sir.
he made it himself.
You don't happen
yes.
to recognize the name Erlen, do you?
Sounds kind of familiar.
What about Murthax?
Zach.
No.
Okay, no, I can't say that I do.
All right.
I'm gonna pull out the broken pocket watch and hold it up.
Sorry, could I see that?
You gonna steal it?
I would probably not, considering I have the one that's not broken.
All right, but I want it back.
Yeah, no problem. I was just checking something.
You're gonna hand it over to him.
I'll compare the two.
They look really similar. One seems much older though. With some adjustments to it.
Oh dear. Well, I really don't want to drop a bombshell on all of you like this, but something messed up your timeline.
Messed up the timeline?
Yep. And I think that's why I'm here.
That's
That's extreme.
Yep. Yep, I'd say so. I'm just about to get back to my studies, and 1 second, I'm here now.
I'll
What
write in
could
my
pos-
notebook to the group. Erlen did mention something about like breaking time in Chronos. I think this is
Sir, do you know anyone by the name of Cronus?
well,
I'll point at the man. He just said that's who he
He
was.
didn't introduce himself to us.
I don't know how you knew that was my name, but that's
It's
me.
your name.
It's my name.
You said you recognized the name Eric.
The name sounds familiar, but I can't say I've ever met someone by the name.
Okay, so an old friend of ours,
Right.
Erlen, was mentioned that time was going to be breaking. He was going to be breaking it, and he mentioned you, I guess?
So we're in 666, yeah?
Yeah.
I really need to figure out if I went back or forwards. Hold on a minute. Judging by the fact that there's an absence of light at 2 p.m., I'm willing to say you guys redid the calendar system?
What?
Listen, I'm from, 1223.
So that means that light returned. Right?
Do I know of any possible abyssal dating system that might not have changed from Cataclysm?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
That's actually a good idea that the dating system might have changed once the sun went away, because we could no longer keep track
You
of
know,
geocentric
this is so
calendar.
strange. Running
History,
into
you said?
Mm-hmm.
running into two
Dirty
people
20.
talking about time in a day?
Well, I mean, that other guy was talking about erasing a deity, but he was insane.
I'm sorry, what?
We met this other guy. You can explain it, Brian.
Yes. So there was this strange fish creature. F- I. They seemed like they knew us, and it was the strangest thing. And they mentioned something about erasing a god. I think the name was like Dagor.
Dagon, was it?
Yes, Dagon. And it seems like
I'm sorry. Did you
Hmm?
you you said Dagon, right?
Yes. Does that name ring a bell to you? We thought he was crazy.
None of you recognize the name. I mean, how many of you are really in? Sure. How many of you knowledgeable on deities of our world?
I am a
We've got a
paladin.
book of them.
Lilith will raise her hand.
Hand me
She
that.
has religion proficiency.
Can I
You
see
don't-
that book of yours?
Do we have the book on us, or I thought Emma had it?
I don't know who was
Book
keeping them.
Troy.
Emma has like all of the books except for the vampire book.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, so
We
you
don't
currently
actually. Sorry, Zach.
you currently do not have them. And as for Lilith, the Abyss is not really like organized. They're big on chaos, so they don't really keep track of dates and times.
Dagon, Prince of Darkness, Steps, Underwater, none of that rings a bell.
Not in the
And-
slightest.
We don't actually have the book right now. It's with a friend of ours back at the castle.
Okay, outstanding. That is actually perfect. Within, what has it been? I looked into my, glove. Just 5 minutes and I already know what broke time. Fantastic.
You're welcome, I guess.
Now, I turned to Sage. Are you sure this guy isn't crazy too? I mean, yes, it's a crazy coincidence, but how would we not? You would think we would recognize a deity, right?
Luckily, my good friend, Primus, has a device that lets me communicate through timelines, so just give me a moment and I'll quickly contact him. Just give me a second.
So
And
he's
I'll,
crazy and eavesdrops.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know. I mean,
Wait, out of character, what did I just eavesdrop there?
They're, like,
I was whispering.
Like, whispering, like talking quietly to each other.
Oh.
it's odd, I guess, that two people have mentioned this dragon D, whatever his name is, twice in one day. And Erlen did mention a Cronus, and he's got the watch. I don't know. I want to think he's crazy, but I'm scared that he's not.
Righty. Please tell me my stuff made it with me. Oh, thank Christ. Or whatever. Thank God. And I'll pull out a, small chest. Alright, give me a second. Should be right here. And I'll just kind of, reach my hand out and it kind of disappears into nothing. Ugh. It's a lot heavier than I remember. And I pull out of thin air a chest, a big chest, much bigger than the small miniature one I had.
Not the
Yeah,
strangest
sure,
thing I've
why
seen.
not?
That looks older than I remember. Alright. Give me a second, and Primus will be here any second. Just give me a moment. I begin to undo the class, and I open the chest. Zach, what do I see?
Hold on. Dun, 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 dun.
Just a single dead rat.
Misha, no!
No.
Yo, we forgot about your freaking pets, Pike. I
Oh
hope
my
you
god, the
plan
displacer
on.
beasts.
Yeah,
No, Pike went to grab them.
I hope so.
There is what appears to be like a brass or bronze metallic brooch, a bag of coin, and a book.
This is not how I left it. This is not how I left it at all, actually. Okay. One moment, everyone, and I'll begin to kind of rummage
Yeah,
through.
sure. We'll
stuff.
just wait right here.
Okay, so we have a brooch. I mean, it's my style, but I don't even recognize the damn thing. Let's see what's in here. A couple coins, and I'll look inside and like see how much is in there. And be like, oh, okay, we'll be leaving that in there for now. What is this? The Chronomicon. Probably just
Out
another
of
one.
character, did he just say Necronomicon?
The
Yeah.
Chronomicon.
Okay. That makes more
Chrono-
sense.
Chronomic. Probably nothing. Alright, well, it's like I have to solve this shit on my own. And I'll just kind of, slam the, I'll just take the book and the brooch out, slam the chest in, and just kick the chest back into the pocket dimension to where it came from. Is there any reason why you guys need something?
You said wait right there.
Oh, right. Yeah, I did. Yeah, so, tell me more about this person that talked about Dagon.
He looked like a fish and turned into a dwarf. Which, admittedly, is not all that weird. I can't say much on that, but he was talking like he knew us. So if you're saying that he broke time, then did he break us?
Did we know him?
Did
Well,
we
if he-
break time?
If he altered history, anything to do with Dagon, anything pertaining to Dagon, and anything that associates with him, would most likely be reset or find a different natural way along the timeline. You know, the thing about time is that it doesn't really like to be messed with a lot, so even if something changes, it just kind of puts the pieces into another part of the puzzle and just lets it solve itself. So,
Huh.
yeah, you might have known the guy. I don't know.
You said I was marked by Dagon, though I don't remember being marked by him.
Ooh, that's nasty. Probably for the best that he doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, well,
What does being marked by this Dagon mean?
Not fun. Heard stories. Tried my best to forget them. They're not fun.
You're right.
oh.
I'll write down. Didn't Fishman also mention like a creator?
Oh, yes. He said something about meeting. Was it a creator god? I'm not sure. That sounded far-fetched.
He said he met
Um,
God, and then God gave him a wish, right?
And then that's when he said he wished Dagon away.
Zach, do I know of any deity that can just straight up delete another deity from history?
Go ahead and make a religion check for me.
Okay.
What is this music, Zach?
It is festival ambience,
Okay.
because you guys are at a festival right now in the middle of the street.
Yep.
Fuck, I gotta turn that setting off. It's at 23, but I gotta turn off always roll with.
Okay. You know that premise is pretty strong. It's possible that they could change time to do that, but to this extent, you're honestly not sure.
Maybe Primus did something about it. I'm not sure, but I feel like he would have told me. Um. Also, I feel like
You're
Primus
on
wouldn't.
first name basis with a deity that could erase things from time.
Yeah, he was my king. He's my king. I'm studying under him right now, actually.
This. I've heard many far-fetched stories so far on my travels, but you're saying
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to convince any of you this stuff because I feel like it would just like not like this is just too far-fetched for you guys, which is fine. It's understandable.
no. Well,
Um,
honestly, like I was saying, I've heard many far-fetched stories. So, what's wrong with believing another one?
I mean,
all right. Well, all I have to do now, theoretically, this should be simple. I just have to get to Primus and talk to him. We can fix you guys' timeline, nice and simple. We don't want to leave any tears into the fabric of reality now, would we? um, anyone know anything about Primus, where he's holed up nowadays? I'm sure the name. Sure, he's.
the fish guy said something about going into the lake.
Yeah, Primus isn't aquatic. He's a human.
He's
Oh,
definitely
that's what the
said
fish guy
he
said.
found him in a lake.
If we knew him, I mean, I'm still hung up on this because it's really hard to believe, but that fishman, did he say his name? I can't remember.
It was like Dyke or some.
I think it was
Pike.
Pike.
It was Pike.
Who the fuck is gonna be named Dyke?
Well,
Well, I don't know what
his-
fishman culture is.
Well, hold on. Okay. He said that he knew us and was acting like we were friends or something. Do you think if this timeline stuff is real, which I'm still on the fence about, do you think that we just ruined that man's life?
How so? He seemed fairly happy leaving. He even was cussing off Kieran.
Well, I mean,
And do you guys not remember the fist fight?
I remember
Yeah,
that,
punch
but
him, yeah.
it seemed more out of frustration. I would hate to think that we
Maybe-
had grown close and then didn't recognize him.
I just,
Terrible.
I don't know. His story seemed very far-fetched. He didn't even mention on how we were connected. He just said, he just kind of left. He just kind of said things that,
Well,
like he was stalking us.
he said he was here to help with your curse mark from Dagon, but you have none.
Laughs.
No, curse mark from Dagon.
Okay.
Curse mark is one. I took me a minute too. I was like, wait, did she just say his player name?
No. I said curse mark, as in a symbol of Dagon.
Don't worry, it hit all of us.
I don't have a. Yeah, that's what hit me too. I'm like, wait, what? I took it too deep. But I don't have a. I'm
Yes,
not
Mark,
Mark.
you human in this fantasy world.
What?
Oh,
Hey, Kronos.
Lyndon.
You're also going to delete laps from the timeline, Novak.
Kronos.
Yeah. What's up?
If you manage to bring back Dagon, we remember this Pike guy.
If what he says is true.
Don't actually know that one. Theoretically, the timeline mending itself after bringing back orders should.
Wait, would that mean I'm
It's-
cursed again?
I don't know. It's not a really simple yes or no answer.
And if Dagon is a bad guy, why would we want to bring him back?
Yes, that's also what I'm.
Balance. Universe kind of likes sorting itself out.
You mean like day and night?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What I can see that's gone now too, so that's pretty new to
Well,
me.
for us, well, it's always been, well, day in the Everlight and night here. Never been anything else.
So when did that exactly happen? The whole, sun being gone?
Well, the sun
Ages
isn't gone,
ago.
it's just in Elysium.
No, the Everlight is not the sun.
Well, not the sun, well, I didn't mean the sun. I mean it's always bright in Elysium, for the most part.
So the sun stopped, is what I'm saying. Did we stop orbiting it? What
Out
happened?
of character, I believe the Everlight is a magical light.
It
It's
is.
not the sun.
Yes.
It was created by
Yeah.
quote unquote Pelor.
Yeah, it was created by quote unquote Pelor. And the
it could-
sun is just non-existent. There are no stars either. It's just blackness.
Zach, I remember stars, right? And the sun.
Yes.
Okay. And
I'd explain all that.
we this is not how I expected assuming the future to be. But
You're from the past.
yeah, cause I should know, cause I'm from the city that literally specializes in history and time, and
Thing
you'd
is, how would-
think I'd hear about something like this if it had already happened.
There was no waste of my place.
What was that?
Nothing. Doesn't matter.
Regardless, I do need to find Primus, so. Any of you recognize that name? Is he still around? Did he step down?
Do any of us recognize that name, Zach?
Lilith, make a history check.
I was gonna ask, but is it history or religion? I guess
History.
it doesn't matter.
Also, I don't think you have described Kronos like physically.
18.
Oh.
Was my history check.
Alright, I'll do it again. He's alright, so Cronus is a man that appears to be in his like early 30s. He's got like long blonde hair that's kind of done back into like a ponytail. Got like a goatee. And like a like kind of like a gray suit with some like bronze like accents.
Would it be wrong to say that he looks even a little similar to Erlen, or
I want to check something because I feel like I was going insane when you guys were describing Erlen the last session. I'm gonna quickly open up my character sheet.
I just want to
Yeah, Erlen was not blonde. I don't know who said that
Really?
Erlen was blonde last session, but Erlen had black hair.
No, Erlen had dark hair. We were going off of the eyes and facial features.
Oh yeah,
not
no.
the-
If you when
not
you're looking
the
at Cronus's eyes, they're just green.
Yeah, but I was like holding up a clock and trying to like think about what if your eyes were clocks? Did you look anything like Arlen?
well, yeah.
Lilith, as for your history check, what did you roll?
18.
18. The name is familiar. Like something in the past, but you do not know exactly what.
Okay. I will relay that information via writing it down that name sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't quite place it. Well, I'll actually. She says it in the third person, so she says, but he can't quite place it. Because I'm assuming this is not coming from Lilith's head, right?
No, it's not Lilith.
Yeah, so she'll write, that name sounds familiar to us, but he can't quite place it. And then I'll show that to Sage and the rest of the party.
Well, I am actually kind of lost.
Do you want to go wandering off without being unfamiliar with this time period and all?
This is also isn't probably the best town just to wander aimlessly.
Yeah, it's a town of vampires.
Zach, did vampires exist where I'm from?
Yeah, vampires existed, though they weren't well known or known to live in large groups in a large city.
So the vampires went and made a society.
Yeah.
This is
Very
all vampires, right?
well.
most of the
Most
people here.
Besides the slaves.
Kind of
Well,
strange to
Oh,
see the
but
ankle
Kieran,
biters
don't you
actually.
mean indentured servants who want to be here?
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of
Mhm.
odd to see that the ankle biters actually got together and turned into society, but you know, anything can happen given enough time, it seems. Um,
did so from where you're from, the past, correct? Was there anybody like, well, Mariah and I, Dirt Folk?
Zach.
Yes, people like them existed. They were a little more spread out, though you did not interact with many of them, considering your home is not near this place. You've
Yeah.
heard of them.
I mean, I've heard and read about people like you. Not too unusual.
I
What
was
The
just
happened?
curious.
I guess okay, Kronos. What I'm trying to say is, do you want
Hmm.
help?
I mean, that'd be pretty nice, but before I accept help from a supposedly stranger, I don't know. How did you know my name
Hold
exactly?
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Sage. We just met him. Are you sure? We have plenty of other problems we need to deal
He
with
has
right now.
Erlen's watch. I can't just leave this be.
Okay.
So, Sage? Sage.
Yes.
Right.
I didn't introduce myself. I'm so sorry. I'm Sage Burgundy. It's a pleasure.
Kronos, but you somehow knew that, and I extend my hand.
I'll shake it and say, yes. Like I said, my friend Erlen mentioned it in reference to time travel. That's what made me bring it up. I didn't know it was you, obviously, but
Huh. Well, first of all, glad to know that I'm still alive in 666. Yeah, 666.
you mentioned you're more like a. It seemed more like a deity than a person.
Yes, that's the way that he definitely mentioned it.
I am not a deity.
Yeah.
Very nice though. I'm sure the Serlin guys pretty seems like a, you know,
It was before he got possessed by an evil dragon.
Uh, yeah, that did happen.
man, future's weird.
Well, most of the future's pretty normal. We're just unlucky. For example, we have to go stop a wedding.
Well,
And for the record,
it's
I said stop a wedding in a whisper. I'm not dumb enough to say that out loud on the street in
Oh,
Zenith.
I hate weddings. I hate weddings.
oh,
What are we doing after that? They're so dreadfully boring.
Well, looks at Kieran,
If
looks
we're not
back at
fucking
Kronos.
dead, we're running for our fucking lives.
Yeah, Kieran kind of has a plan to make it interesting rather than boring.
I don't know why
Alright.
I'm the one coming up with the plan. Why the fuck
Listen,
are you're making me think about shit?
Oh yes, I'm so
I
sorry.
I mean, I got
know-
my hopes up with this guy, and he says he's not even a fucking deity.
I'm not.
DT, what are you doing in my
I'm not a
laboratory?
god. I know what you want
I
from
did
me.
stumble over my words. I did not need that called out. Thank you.
I've just been waiting to make the joke the whole time. You're good.
I can do magic, but that's not really that special.
Well, I mean,
Mariah looks hurt.
Listen, I know next to nothing about the future, and it would be nice to have some semblance of a uh, almost kind of dowsing rod in this unfamiliar landscape. So if you can just getting me out of this city, I will go find myself in this current time. Fix your timeline. Any concerns you had about with this person, I'm sure we'll get rectified. Okay?
All right.
Sound good?
No, hold on. We'll help you.
Okay.
I'll help you.
Okay.
You help me figure out what's happening with Eric.
With the guy who called me a god.
And has your watch.
There's 3 of them.
No, I got this from Erlen before he went all crazy. Crazy.
Looks like he did not take very good care of it. Okay. Yeah, I guess I can put that on the list too.
All right, we have a deal. Sage holds out his hand.
I'll shake his hand.
A deal's been made.
God, what is that voice? Oh no!
Booming voice.
I don't mean
Rumble.
to. I don't mean this, and I hope you realize that. I don't mean this any sort of way, but normally you the one making decisions for this group.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, you seem a little young.
You say. I'm almost 16.
So you have chosen death.
I know you. I point to Labs. I know you're supposed to be short, in no matter what age you are. That you're fine, but you're 16, and I'm assuming that one's.
He's younger than me.
And I'm pointing to Lilith. So, it just kind of dawned upon me. What is all of this? And I kind of like gesture to all of you. What is this, like some kind of ragtag group?
All
Technically,
right,
most
I
of us
am.
are criminals.
I think what. So, are you trying to imply that because he's young,
It
means,
just seems like an odd group to
Let's all
travel.
right and show to Kronos we're in a military company.
Um.
I
Have
mean, if
you
you would rather someone older be making the decisions, I decide that we
Absolutely
go
not,
this way.
Kieran.
have you heard of the Crimson Company, Kronos?
Zach, does the
No.
Crimson? No, I can't say I have.
That's odd.
Lilith will write down in her book, if he's remembers suns and stars, he's possible that he existed before the wall, and therefore before the company.
That's
You
probably
lucky
true.
bastard.
You're all military. What? Do you guys get benefits? You're a little young for the.
No, we're all
military.
condemned to die.
I was volunteered to die.
Convicts?
I'm not a convict.
Technically.
I was a volunteer.
Technically,
Technically.
we're convicts.
Listen, I
though-
really don't care if you guys did anything bad, but I am curious.
I murdered a nun.
I'm gonna write down, in fairness, they never tried me because my guardian never showed up.
Oh.
My parent never showed up.
So cursed.
I'm sorry, dear. That's unfortunate. And I'll look to. So I am curious. What did you all do to get all locked up? Nothing
Pissed off my sister.
too heinous.
He
right?
decided to send me to my death. Extreme reaction,
Ooh,
don't you think?
siblings are the worst.
Honestly, man.
I'll write down and show murdered 22 and 8-5, I think.
Ooh. I somehow believe that.
Yeah.
She looks
Just-
weirdly
it's-
proud of it.
It's so weird that it kind of makes sense. Anyways, I won't pry any of the rest of you. When we have a wedding to get to.
Well, it's tomorrow. But we should probably introduce you to the last member of our group. She's getting married. Unwillingly.
Oh, oh.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Oh.
congratulations! Bad time?
Vampire aristocracy is kind of. Well, I demanded something of her, and I.
Like, were they very
Prob-
civilized from my time? Were they even that
They
civilized?
they hid in the shadows.
It's what we do in the shadows.
Oh,
Oh.
Cursed.
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
gonna be honest. I guess with the absence of light, it would make sense that they got to thrive.
Yeah, the vampires invited us here, and well, must invite more to Vand, and we didn't know that until we got here, and they were very upset with us being fairly late. So, this.
Oh, might as well dress the part, and then I'll go ahead and kind of grab this brooch and kind of affix it to my suit. Weird.
Question, Zach, does the brooch at all look familiar? Just
No,
to
it does
narrow
not.
that down.
it
Fair
does
enough.
not look familiar.
Zach, is there anything off about the brooch?
It looks weathered. It looks like it could have an interlocking mechanism to it. But you're not really sure what it does.
Can I fiddle around with it?
Yeah, go ahead and make me a intelligence check.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna like tug on Mariah's sleeve.
I look down.
You can whisper, I don't look that young, do I? Like,
15, Zach.
what do you think he meant by that?
With a straight face, she says, "Not at all. I don't know what he could mean."
I don't want to insight check that.
You can.
Yeah.
For it. I'm gonna insight check that.
Do it.
Let me pull my dice out. Give it 2 seconds.
It's like checking a fellow party member. That's never a thing that's happened in this campaign.
21.
She's trying to make you feel better.
I don't know if I'm hurt or if I'm comforted.
It was like she was completely straight-faced, but you can so easily tell that she's biting her tongue. But is giving no indication to reaction at all. But you trust him, yes?
I wouldn't go that far. Not yet. But should I just not say anything? Like, because I'm 16, should I not be allowed to talk to people?
Oh, I mean, no, it's... I think it's maybe because there's, you know, a lot of us in the group, and the only two that were really chatting with him are you and a child.
Well, Laps too.
Well, Laps, you can tell that Laps is supposed to be that small. Laps is also
Do I hear that?
pretty muscular.
How quiet are you guys saying? Talking?
Whispering.
Objection relevance.
You're whispering or you're not whispering?
I'm whispering. at
Yeah, I'd be
least.
whispering.
Okay. Okay. Then Lap's perception check for me with hearing.
I don't
I
think
can
your
manage
feelings are
on
gonna
that.
get hurt by this.
Well, still,
Well,
Zach,
I forgot to open up roll 20.
Yeah.
Forbidden, Mark.
while this is happening, Lilith wants to walk up to Kronos and on her piece of paper it says, "Can you tell me more about this Pringle god?"
Pringle
God,
God.
another Lilith nickname.
I cannot remember his name right now, and Pringle's the closest thing in my head.
It's accurate.
Yeah, of course. Primus is king of Mechanus. My mentor. As the most fine control of time that I've seen. Uh, Pretty much can be considered
I
a
rolled a 14.
deity.
Just like, I was thinking more physical description, maybe.
Oh, Zach. Fucking hell.
It's-
I don't think Zach has that ready either.
Wait, what did you say?
What does Primus look
What
like?
does prime number look like?
So it kind of looked like this. Hold on. It's also
Uh-oh.
spelled how I typed it, by the way.
Thank you. Did Laps hear us?
Christmas.
Christmas.
I ended up getting a 14.
Swiss Miss Instant Piss.
This is
Sorry,
kind of
Zach,
what I'm.
there's so
Holiday,
much happening right
Christmas.
now.
This is kind of what I'm going for here. I'm gonna post it in your thing, London.
Alright. He's not really. He's. He doesn't really. How do I explain this? He's like. He's human. He's had a lot of altercations. He's been kind of under the scalpel a few times. A lot of tubes going in and out of his arms and head and back. Gonna be honest. He will never hear me say this. Kinda looks a little freaky, but he's a great guy. Absolutely wonderful company. But, yeah, and half of his body's kind of on this floating disc. Kind of out there.
Is this dredging up any other memories other than like?
It's like a repressed thing that you're. I don't know. You just know that the name's familiar and something happened, but you're not sure what.
She looks very bothered then. But she'll walk.
Yes, you do hear laps.
Just at the once he hears his name, he's kind of just gonna listen into the conversation just a little, like swivel one ear.
I'm not. I'm just. I don't know. I'm not gonna. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm fine.
Okay, Zach. Anything with the brooch?
Yeah, so you're fiddling with it, and you kind of click something, and all of a sudden it just starts expanding.
And I drop it, and I broke it.
Sage, I'd venture to say that you're not fine, but we can talk about this later if you want. Did you do something wrong, Cronus?
Broke my brooch.
Oh
And
no.
you just look at the ground, you just see this thing kind of like this metallic thing start shaking around on the ground, like folding onto itself.
Yeah, so, this is what, here, I'll just make sure this looks good, London.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so it looks quite like this, as it begins to unfold, into what appears to be like a tiny little dragon.
A baby dragon. Wow.
What kind of look at it. Okay, that's a peculiar looking Modron.
Wait, that hasn't
H looks
happened
like he's
before.
about to say something, but then
Can
stops.
I pet the dragon?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
Right now it's sort of just looking at Kronos.
Cute. What a cute little friend.
I pet the dragon.
It doesn't really respond to you.
So you guys, hold on. I'm a little rusty with this. And kind of not I'm a little new to this, so I'll look down at it and I'll open up my mouth and start making gear noises. And you understand
I'm
me.
sorry.
It responds by making similar metallic noises.
Okay, and you fly here, and I'll open up the palm of my hand.
It flies up to your hand.
Okay. I built you, and I like say in like a kind of like a inquisitive tone.
It looks at you and just sort of nods his head.
Well, I certainly become the clever devil in the future, and I'll kind of position it onto my shoulder. It's a cool Modron.
What did you
Alright,
call
well, Modron, little constructs.
Interesting.
Yeah, by the way, when you guys heard me talking to it in Modron, it sounded like me making a bunch of metal noises.
Out of character. He speaks creak and squeak.
You're like psh, psh. The thing responds back.
Man, that guy be
I started
speaking.
beatboxing to the fucking dragon.
Man, that guy be speaking through Rude Sandstorm.
I speak in dubstep.
Oh.
Bro, I listen to dubstep and you just put dubstep in front of Kronos and it's actually like the most like well thought out and like beautiful lyrics ever, but it's just all in Modron.
So, Kronos,
Yeah,
do
what's
you want
up?
to meet the bride? One of
Sure,
the
let's
brides.
go meet the lucky lady.
Mm.
Right.
Or I guess in this
I
case it would
actually-
be unlucky.
I actually kind of wanted to stop by the post office, so what is it? Oh, I'm forgetting the name of the shop again. But you guys can go. Yeah, you guys can go on without me. I can find it for you. If you are-
Laps,
Come with you if you want.
I can
I just need
accompany
a-
Laps as well.
I just need to drop off the letter and hope and make sure it gets to the right spot.
It's on the way back to the castle. It shouldn't take long. I think we should all make a stop.
Yeah, it's fine by me. Charlotte, Kieran, Kronos.
We should do it. I think it needs to have priority.
Sure.
Listen, just as
I'd
long as we
appreciate
get out
it.
of the city eventually, I don't care. I ironically have time. Like, it's not too urgent, but I don't want to get home. But I look at this as kind of a vacation. Nice to be away from the books.
So
Yeah,
you guys
that's
head to the rookery. You guys begin to wade through this like large, expansive crowd. You notice every now and then there's children that run, weaving past you guys, bumping into your legs, sort of laughing and having a good time. You see most people. It's very expansive on the streets. There's many types of people. Those that are of high class look dressed in their nice long flowing gowns, nice tuxes with hats and canes, and you see other individuals with much plainer clothing walking down the streets. It seems a mixed affair of people. You notice walking along, you get many sights, smells, noises, everything. Occasionally you catch the aroma of fresh grilling meat, Um, the occasional fish, uh, smell of roasting fish, baking of bread and cookies and things of that nature. Um, you pass by certain places that are selling what appears to be and having tastings of various wines and other alcohols. You see the occasional like tapestry being sold at what appears to be like a tapestry booth outside of various stores. There's clothing shops, there's hat stores, there's leather workers, alchemists, you name it, there are people out there selling things. You also notice through the crowds there are various street performers. There's a man and woman who are performing various breathing with fire, eating, juggling. Um, any sort of street performance is really going on. Um, it's very, very busy and lively. Everyone appears to be having a great time, laughing, smiling, having fun. Just, it's a good atmosphere to be in, and you can't help but feel a little happy. But eventually, you begin to make your way up and up the long hill main road that leads up to the castle area. Um, you sort of follow Laps and Mirai off to one side of the junction to this large, sort of long cylindrical tower that has like an opening at the top. Um, as you guys sort of reach the door, the guards, seeing you guys, notice that you are a guest, allow you to enter in without a problem. Um, and a large sort of spiral steep staircase leads up. Mariah, you have a little bit of a trouble squeezing through since it is very narrow and tight. Uh,
Oh.
but after a while, you all eventually get to the top of this like cramped sort of tower top, where you notice there are a bunch of like boxes and perches, and you notice that there are all different kinds of what appear to be black eagles up top. And you
Cool.
notice that there's like a hunched man that is sort of leaning over, feeding one of them what appears to be mice, and tossing it to some of them.
Cool. Um, Labs, who do you think we talked to?
Well, Laps calls out to the man. Excuse me.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
I would like to deliver a letter, or have a letter delivered.
Will you like to deliver a letter?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Who are you delivering it to, and who are you delivering it to?
If possible, I would like it to go all the way to Dart, specifically to the
Dart.
Wooden family household.
We do need
Okay.
it, we do need this delivery made with discretion, however. We fear that perhaps this letter would not reach its destination safely.
Well, I mean, it is flying across that large wall. Sometimes they like to shoot down our birds from what I so
Of course.
it may or may not reach there. It all depends on the luck of the bird.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm willing to take those odds.
Okay. You all are, I guess, the kings, right? I think I mentioned that there were some interesting folks here that yes.
In fact, we are.
Okay. All right. You just need to send one later, right?
Repeat that again. I didn't hear you.
You just need to send one later, right?
Yep, just one. I actually have it right here. And he takes out enclosed letter from his bag.
Great. It's gonna need to be rolled up, so I'll go ahead and roll that up for you. I got a page here. Let's see. Let's choose Jonathan. Right, Jonathan, it's your turn. Your turn. I'll go ahead.
Oh.
And he goes over to one of the eagles that is sort of looks at him with the kind of tilting its head, sort of like hops on its perch and hops onto his arm. There he sort of affixes to the leg strap the letter that you have and says, "Right, Jonathan, you're gonna send this to the Woolliden family in Dart. You know, that's across the wall. Um, you're gonna head a little ways there. You know, be some light. You know, gotta watch for the scary people on that wall. You're gonna do good. Make it safe, and see you later." He sort of lets him, releases him outside, and begins to fly away.
An awfully smart creature.
You know what I mean? They're all pretty smart, you know.
It's incredible.
Jonathan's safe travels and protection.
Yeah, well, I think Jonathan's a pretty good bird, so I think he'll make it.
That's comforting. That's comforting to hear. Well, do I have to pay you for that?
No, you don't have to do anything. You're a guest of the king.
Oh, wow, nice.
If you, thank you so much. I'd be amiss if I don't at least give you something for your kindness.
Well, I mean, that's up to you. I mean,
Hopefully this will help. And he takes out a gold coin and gives it to him.
well, you're so generous. You really didn't need to do that.
Well, it's well the least I can do. You're risking your bird for me, and I'm sure you would be sad if you lost him. So.
I mean, Jonathan is a good bird. That's right.
He will succeed in the journey. I have no doubt.
Yeah, but you got good confidence in him there.
Indeed.
Well, I believe that's the only letter we have to send, unless someone else has one. And he looks back to, well, anyone else that has followed.
I don't think Auras would want to hear from me, so I'm fine.
I will actually
Alright.
write out to ask the guy, can you send a letter to anyone anywhere? Do you have to know where they are?
Well, you know, it's got to be a location.
She'll shake her head yes, and then kind of turn around and walk away.
You're right. Sorry about that, miss.
My family doesn't want a letter from me.
You're right.
Well, once again, thank you very much. One other question. Well, if Jonathan has a return letter, and I am not to be found within the city, what would you do with the letter?
Well, I mean, I have to figure out how to get it to you. Where would we most likely find you?
If not the only places that on this side of the wall I'd be would be either here, the City of the Damned, or well, back at the Crimson Company.
Maybe you
Right.
should have him send it to Mother so the bird doesn't get shot.
Yes, if I'm not here, send it to Mother at the City of the Damned.
Right, you would do so. I got you here.
Okay. Thank you very much once again.
Yeah, no problem.
And with that, I think we are ready to leave.
Indeed.
You guys head back down the long white staircase to the bottom, where you all begin to make your way to the city gates.
The city gates?
Or the castle gates or whatever.
Okay.
For a bunch of brooding creatures, sure, are quite lively.
They're excited for the wedding, I guess.
Anything special about it? Was it royalty?
Well, you could say that.
Isn't it? Well, it's a double wedding, correct?
Mhm.
Of
The
two.
princes are getting married.
Double wedding? Really? What, so hell froze over as well? Jeez. Now it's gonna be even twice as painful.
Speaking of, I think we should go see Emma today.
Yes.
Yes.
And by today,
Also,
I mean right now.
I do agree.
Out of character. I thought that's where we were headed.
Yeah, that's what we were doing.
All right.
Yes, but you guys arrived at the castle gates, and you guys do not know where to go.
Oh,
We don't know where Emma's room is. Because we've
Yeah, we were never
been there.
showed.
Maybe we should
Also-
ask Cyril.
Did we ever end up getting our suits as well?
They haven't been delivered yet, no.
what if we just call out to him? I'm sure he'll show up.
He's not
Guys.
above ground.
No,
Can
no,
I make
no,
a perception check and see if I see anyone from the castle that could guide us somewhere?
but he was
Sure.
tasked to keep an eye on us, yes?
Wow. That's really good. Can't believe I wasted it. 21.
21. You see plenty of people racing around currently. There's a lot of people out in the front area of the gates that are like running around, getting everything ready, prepped for the wedding that's happening soon, the reception and the after, which you assume to be happening here in the front sort of gates outdoors. Similar preparations that have been going on for the past day that you've been here. You could ask any of them if you wanted to look and get directions.
Yeah. Can I do that?
Yeah, so you go ahead and ask one of the attendants, and they say, yeah, a little busy right now. Let me go find Cyril. I'll be right back. Just wait here. And he
Thank you.
walks off. Comes back about 5 minutes later with Cyril. Says, "All right, here you go."
Good morning, Cyril.
Good morning to all of you.
Hello.
Mentioned that you are needing directions.
Yes, we're trying to go see Emma.
You'd like to see the bride, all right? Alright, just follow me. And he begins to lead you through the castle's winding hallways and staircases. In the meantime, Emma.
I'm rolling death saves.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
This
Hung
past
herself in her room.
after your dinner that you had, you kind of just went back to your room and went to sleep. You were woken the next morning
Long rest pog.
to various sort of attendants at your door. Many of them basically taking you to help you take a bath, helping you get dressed, get ready, look nice, all that kind of stuff.
Mm,
You're getting the royal treatment.
I don't want it.
If you refuse, they still insist.
I know, that's the worst part.
But after all that, you're sort of, your father kind of entered the room, basically saying that later on you'll be able to go to the festival that's going on today. And if you need anything, that he will be not far. He's got some other business he needs to attend to for the court, and sort of disappeared.
Okay.
After he left, a few minutes later, Blade entered your room.
Oh god. Okay.
Um, he kind of enters.
Does he just walk in?
He knocks and then opens the door.
Okay. Just I'm a fucking I said it during the like 2 seconds ago. One of the things I wanted to do was just rummage around the room and see what things were there.
When you rummage through the room, I think I had you roll an investigation check already.
You want me to? I don't remember what I rolled.
It's all good. You don't need to. You're kind of just looking around the room, going through things. There's a lot of various like fine clothing, in like the dressers and the wardrobes. Notice that there is like a mirror and a desk that is able for like to get makeup and stuff on. There's a bunch of makeup and perfume that's sort of on it as well. You have a nice four-post bed in the center. You do have a window that looks out into a balcony, smaller balcony. You got like a set of chairs, nice velvety chairs next to one of the fireplaces, um, and you have a small bookshelf with a couple books on it. But
Uh,
they're pretty generic sort of books about history, a history of the vampires, um, some like storybooks, some like just general knowledge sort of books and stuff like that, proper etiquette and things like
should probably be reading the history of the vampires stuff.
that. Okay.
Probably a good thing to have some knowledge on.
You were not here last week, so you
I was
missed
not.
the
If you
story.
want to just send me a thing, I can read it.
You wanna just read it again?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
So reading it, you notice that the Osterov family is a powerful royal vampire family that has had power for a long time, apparently since the start of the Endless Night. Uh, the previous king, Mordecai, um, was Mordecai, sorry, was
Yeah.
Lazarus's father. He was alive at the first time that the Endless Night happened, um, and has been for many years. He is said to be, in the family is said to be descendants of the first vampire, Zachariah. Zachariah was said to be a normal human being living long ago. Um, he revered the power. He fervently revered the power of the gods, and believed that he worshipped the gods every day, believing that they would help him in his life and stuff like that. But eventually, his reverence turned into hatred as he saw the gods do nothing, and as their followers committed various atrocities. They abused their powers in many ways and let the poor go hungry. Eventually, he wanted to do something about this because he hated how everyone was living. He felt bad for all these people that were being treating unfairly and poorly. He wanted to punish the gods and their followers, so he sought out a dark entity. This dark entity gave him immense power, and thus he became the first vampire. He used his power to pursue these followers of this god, and for many years he eventually became known as the Carnage of the Stars. Apparently, all of the followers of the one god that he killed was a star, like a god of the stars. Um, but eventually, after many years and practically wiping out this large sect of religious people that were committing these wrongdoings, a great warrior in the name of this star deity was able to defeat and seal Zachariah away. Uh, his current whereabouts are unknown, though it appears that people are currently doing research into things like that. Um, it also mentions that Scarlet in this book is believed to be the most direct descendant in terms of blood lineage to that of Zachariah, um, and is said to be power. Is said to be close to the same power that Zachariah was. You also do read some other things about other vampire families and stuff about them. Um, Such as the Mordine family and their abilities to manipulate blood. Uh, Rohan and his family having insane, almost godlike ability to create and craft. Um, mm, mm, mm. The Lassette family is incredibly good at persuasion and charm. Osterov family is, of course, good with shadow manipulation. Um, and the and the Vane family, which is your father, is apparently well-renowned swordsmanship.
Okay. It doesn't. I'm assuming you left it out because it doesn't say, but I'm going to ask anyway. It
Mhm.
doesn't mention who that star deity is, does it?
No, it just
Okay.
mentions a long-forgotten deity of the stars.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. Thank you.
hmm but you do eventually. Blade enters and sort of says, "I guess since we're going to be married tomorrow, we should probably get to know each other." I'd say.
I suppose so. Although part of me thinks that tomorrow's wedding is not going to go as either of us would presume to be normal. I mean,
I know what you're
you know
referring
Kieran better
to.
than me.
Yeah. Mm, he just needs to stay out of it.
Do you? I was afraid to ask before. Do you have any idea what it means to object at a wedding of this type?
To be honest, I could have cared less about this kind of stuff growing up.
That's
It was all
valid.
just stupid shit that I could care less and didn't pay attention to. Um, I'm sure it's nothing good. Um, I honestly couldn't tell you. Um, but it's sure gonna make somebody look stupid.
Good. That's exactly what we needed. Emma's going to get up from. I assume I was sitting at like a small table or whatever
Mhm.
reading the book. She's gonna sort of stand up, dust herself off, and just be like, "Well, I do have another question for you.
Mhm.
What's your game in all this?"
Uh, do you mean why am I here?
Yes and no. Why are you just going with it?
Um, so a long time ago, when I lived here, eh, my mother didn't like me. She still doesn't, because, bastard and all that. Um, and that my older brother, Corbin, half brother that is, always treated me kindly. Um, but my mother just made my life living hell. Um, and then when my sister was born, got even worse. It was more of like instead of being acknowledged at all, it was like I never existed. Um, because she was one of the chosen bloodline bullshit that I could care less about. So eventually I didn't want to be here anymore and just left. Um, because this place sucked and I wanted to find a better place to live. Um, and being, half Dhampir or being Dhampir or half vampire, wasn't like I could just, waltz in across that wall and be like, I'm gonna live here now. That's practically me saying, somebody come kill me now.
Right.
So I went to the next best place, and that was the City of the Damned. Um, yeah, I never wanted to come back here, but here I am.
And so, is this wedding just an out for you to one last thing, and then you'll finally be done with them entirely, or?
Well, you can't exactly disagree or resist blood. When you're told to do something, you do it. Um, I I don't hate my father. He's actually a good person. And I think he stuck his neck out to get me to have what he sees as a positive future rather than just being some, guess, some bastard that no one acknowledges.
A positive future being a marriage to another bastard that you've never met before in your life.
Yeah, but you are technically the only daughter of Lord Vane. And technically you are the heir to the family.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Oh. That's a lot. Okay.
You didn't know this, I take it?
No, surprisingly, my father doesn't say a lot to me. A majority of it is do this, sit here, don't talk back. I can't believe you were born. Your mother was a whore. Things like that.
Yeah, from what I know, he was. He's an intelligent man, I will say. Not the greatest father or
No.
husband. Um,
No.
I don't really know where your mother's at.
As far as I'm aware, she's dead.
Who told you that?
A letter I got in the mail.
Okay. Hmm. Sometimes letters can be fake, right?
No, I'm well aware, but
Okay.
I have nothing else to go on. She wrote quite a bit, and then she stopped, and that letter arrived. So,
Hmm.
trust me, I'd love to find out that I'm wrong, but I don't have anything else to go on.
Okay.
Still, it's quite fucking bold of my father to leave me orphaned for quite a long time and then suddenly say, "Oh, you're going to be married to one of the sons of the most powerful vampire, the king, and yeah."
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, getting married's not too bad, right?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm
What
not trying to
happens
kill
af-
you.
Thank you for that. My only
Yeah.
issue is I don't know what it means.
Well, basically, we're married. I don't have any claim to my family, if that makes sense.
Right.
Um, you have claim to your family, so when your father's dead, you can claim the house, and I will be married to you.
So, let's say,
Okay.
theoretically, hypothetically,
Hmm.
The marriage goes smoothly.
Yes.
Are we stuck here, or are we allowed to leave?
Um. Here's the thing. Your father might want you to stay, but if I'm like, "Hey, Dad, I want to leave," he would be like, "Sure, son, you can leave,
So in
but
other
like come
words,
and visit every now and then, kind of thing." You know what I mean? Like
right.
visit on the weekends.
So I get married. You get to leave.
I mean,
My
you
father
could come
keeps me
with
here.
me. I mean, if I'm like, she comes with me, you can come with me. I mean, my father is technically the king, and your father has to do whatever my
That's
father
true.
says.
My father can be quite the, well,
He'll
shouldn't
probably be
say.
like the same thing as well, come back and visit, and you're gonna have to learn how to take over a family.
Not much of a family, is it?
No, not really. It's just more of him living on his own.
Hmm. Well, I don't see any other way of getting out of this. If anything happens at this wedding that doesn't go according to plan, um, someone's either going to be incredibly embarrassed and or dead.
Yeah, because, this is all set up by the king, and if you don't
Yeah.
like what the king's doing, you're going against the crown, and if you're going against the crown, you're sort of, a criminal.
No, I've seen what happens when somebody goes against the crown. Look, as I'm sure you're aware, Kieran is not happy with how Flo and Osterov are being, and I don't know.
He needs to just let her go. She's happy.
Look, I haven't even known him for that long, and you and I both know that it's not going to be that easy for him.
He's just so damn possessive.
I wouldn't say that, but
Stubborn.
I would say that, yes.
Pain in the ass.
Okay, getting more accurate, but more mean.
A little bitch.
Alright,
I mean, I could go on forever. I mean,
look. I just, as much of a pain in the ass that he is, um, I don't want anyone dying.
I don't want him to die either, but do you want to know something?
Always.
Do you know how mad and sad Flo was when Kieran got arrested?
Um, I mean, if I recall, their first meeting together at Mother's was not the,
Yeah, she
you know.
she was worried because you don't assault a noble in Elysium. That's practically you getting your head chopped off or getting sent to the company. The only reason I joined it was because Flo was worried about him.
Right,
She was worried too.
I'm sure.
She was
No.
worried once he got sentenced that he would get in there and be killed by a bunch of murderers and thieves. And I was there to watch out for him.
Look. Maybe. You could talk to Kieran in some way.
She was depressed for a long time. She didn't do any research. She sort of just moped around, worried. And then she decided, we kind of came to this plan. She would head back to the city, continue her research if I went to go keep an eye on him. I know she was still not happy at all. And being kidnapped by my sister didn't help that. But she's happy with my brother.
I noticed.
My brother's not a bad person, if that's what Kieran's worried about. He's probably the biggest nerd I've ever met.
Well, I don't know if that's going to help. I think Kieran hates nerds.
Yeah,
Well,
most
most
of them.
nerds.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not a malicious in any sense. He's more like my father than my mother. My mother is kind of a, well, I guess, how do you even want to call my not real mother? She is I'll hold my tongue on that one.
Well, depending on if I see them, I'll try and tell Kieran. I don't think I will be able to convince him at all. But I don't know.
Yeah. But at the same time, you hear a knock at your door.
Who the... Oh my gosh. I don't need another bath. I'm good. I'm okay.
Sage, you hear this response.
We're not here to give you a bath, though if
Oh
you
my
really
God.
want to.
I will rush over and open the fucking door.
Sage, you say that, Kieran bops you up the back of the head.
Oi!
The door opens.
What the fuck kind of a response was that? She's
Please
too
stop
fucking old for you, man. Come on.
Please stop arguing in front of my door and come in.
Only for you, Emma.
You guys enter into this very nice, luxurious room, and you guys also see Blade sort of standing there.
Rub the back of my head for Kieran hit me.
Hello, what, who?
Yeah.
Quite a nice room, actually.
This is not our room. This is Emma's room.
Just another
should
stranger we picked
explain.
up off the street.
Still a nice
You
room.
know a thing or two about that, Emma?
Guys. Yeah. So this is Kronos.
Hello.
He's made a deal with me. We're gonna help him fix time, which
This
is
is a
apparently
lot.
broken. And
How? How do we know that?
okay, question for you, Emma.
Right.
Does a fishman ring a bell at all.
No.
What about Dagon, Prince of Darkness, anything like that?
Nah, no.
Can you ask
Sorry,
what
you're Emma, right?
I am, yes.
Okay, Lilith, you said this is the one with the book?
Well, which
The one
She'll,
about the
she'll,
deities.
she'll nod her head at you and then turn to
Oh.
Emma and go, he won one about the abyssal deities, I think.
Yeah, I still have that one. I'll go over and I'll get the abyss and the much that is unknown, I think is what it's called.
The abyss and the little that is known.
Those were synonyms. I
Yeah,
was
close.
mostly there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll flip it open. You Dagon, right?
Yeah, Dagon.
I'll search the book.
There is nothing about Dagon at all.
No, I don't see anything.
Okay, I was pretty much, kind of positive before, but now I'm really positive that this is the fracture. So, I have a focus. That's good.
Where?
So basically, I told him that I would help him if he helps me figure out what's going on with Ireland. So
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, so dreadfully, rude
Wait,
of me.
oh,
I'm
yeah, the one that
Kronos.
burned out my house. I'm Emma.
I'll reach out, my hand out.
yeah,
You
he
should take
did
your
do
hand.
that, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he definitely did.
Kronos, what
To
are
Emma,
you?
in fairness, he was possessed.
What are you eating? Where did you get that?
At the absolutely wonderful stuff. It's from the festival.
Did you buy it
Yes.
with? Do you have money?
A little bit
Right,
more
you
than
could just ask
Well,
people
no.
if they have money.
My question is, he comes from a different time. Maybe currency is different. Is it the
Wait.
same?
If we're getting him out of here, she should pay us. Hey.
Sure.
What?
I'll
Wait,
go
what?
ahead and I'll go ahead and drag my chest out of my pocket
ether.
dimension again.
Do I know anything about this spell, Zach? In character?
Roll Arcana.
Okay, cool. 19.
That one's indeed a yeet.
Yeet. Because out of character, I believe it's secret chest. In character, I don't know if Emma knows that.
Let me see what.
Out of character, it is secret chest.
I'm gonna say out of character. I couldn't remember the name of the spell, but I know it's a D&D spell that requires
In character,
like a
Emma is incredibly jealous.
Out of
Yeah.
character, I didn't know that was part of the player's handbook. That's weird. Cool.
In character, Emma is very jealous. Because that fucking chest cost us 5,000 gold pieces.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, it's very
It's-
expensive.
So expensive.
Incredibly. Not my
Yeah.
chest, but no, it is technically my chest, but I didn't own it. It was given to me.
I think at this point is when I'd notice Blade is standing there.
Oh, yeah, Blade's here.
Hi, Blade.
Hello.
Sorry to burst in.
Hey, Blade.
Hello?
Why did you respond so negatively to my message?
You messaged me in the middle of a dinner party where I was standing at a raised position.
And? Did you notice Emma respond?
I did notice, no.
See? Just saying.
I'm gonna to Emma say, oh, by the way, this guy mentioned something about a god named like Prime Number or something. Does that mean anything to you?
Prime.
Premise.
No.
I'm getting closer every time.
Does
Optimus
this ring any
Prime.
bells?
No.
Oh,
Is it
wow.
not even in that like deity book?
That's
You
the
guys don't
official
see
book.
any in there, no.
Yeah, we don't have a deity book, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
You
we
do.
We have-
You got the
Yeah, yeah.
divinity and the divine.
Yeah, we have divinity. I told you to grab the abyss book because he keeps referencing Dagon as a prince, and there aren't a whole
Right.
lot of godly princes, but there are many princes in hell. A
Can I
little
look
assumed.
through the divinity and the divine?
Yeah, you spend some time looking, flipping, but no.
Sorry.
Something about it seems familiar.
I
Just can't put my finger on it.
probably pissed off the old man, knowing that he's lost the time. That is.
I cannot speak. Only Emma can hear me, basically.
Yep.
Sorry.
Reading lips.
Yeah,
Well, no,
since I'm mute.
I'd assume that I would be there when Emma said that, that there's nothing in the book.
This is also true.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm responding to that specifically.
okay.
Probably piss off the
Oh.
old man to know that he's lost to time. Ironically. Very ironically.
So what did Kronos do when he pulled out his chest? Did we finish that?
Oh,
yeah,
right,
no.
my bad. Yeah, what
My
was
bad.
their name? I don't think...
Was whose name what?
That one, and then I point to Kieran.
Oh, that's Kieran.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I probably should pay you guys. Here you go. So I pull out the chest. I just pull out this sack. I just grab a handful of coins, and I just like gesture for you to put out your hands, Kieran.
Okay.
Yeah, just dump a fucking handful of gold coins into your hands.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Are you be compensating anyone else, or
I mean, you want to tell me how much gold that is so I can at least mark it down?
it's a
What the fuck?
handful? So
I'm so glad I can write handful
How
down
much is a
in D&D
fistful?
Beyond.
Is that-
Mariah's sweating. She has
Probably
0
about,
gold.
Like, let's see how many.
Zach-
I'd
Zach just
like,
starts dumping quarters into his hand.
Yeah.
These are
I
all
would say
copper
it's like
pieces.
30.
Yeah. There you go. Go get yourself something nice. Treat yourself.
Okay, A, don't tell me that. B,
That was
I
out of
feel
character.
I feel irresponsible with this.
Lilith,
Oh,
like, give
okay.
me hands if you're like.
Lilith, you are 12.
I can hold on to it if need be.
That 12-year-old
yeah,
killed a lot of
if-
people.
We've all killed a lot of people. Welcome to the club. Here you go, Mariah.
Oh, what I'm
If
saying
somebody
is that
tries to
I
get
think
them,
that they can
hold it out
handle
of reach.
finance.
I would just like to
Okay.
mention that sheet also mentioned that I ate at least 5 of them.
That doesn't phase me.
I know, just, you know, focus on both the numbers, I think.
Anyways, yeah.
So where did you get that much money?
And how much is a handful?
30.
30.
Damn! Most money I've had ever.
I
Mariah's
don't
face
want to
when she
disclose
handed
about
this.
how much is in that pouch, but Zach told me and I nearly fucking lost it.
Oh my gosh.
I think this is Zach's way of giving the party gold.
Hey,
did we
We're too
each-
stupid to find it, bro.
Out
so
of
did we each
curiosity,
30?
No.
I'm holding on to it.
Or
Out of curiosity, I thought last session, and I've been meaning to ask this, I thought last session Kronos knew he was a god.
That's been
Retcon.
We
retconned.
retconned it.
Ah, okay.
We went back in time.
Okay.
Ironic. But
That's fine.
because it's what I just did in real life, Lilith goes to pick something up off a table and ends up throwing it behind her.
Okay. She having tension?
She seems very miffed
Just
about the whole thing.
uncoordinated.
She doesn't seem upset. She seems like she genuinely fucked up, like I just did.
I'll just go over and like pat her on the shoulder.
That's why we
There,
didn't give you the
there.
gold.
Well,
Don't
okay.
worry, dear. You can have this, and I'll just give her like 1 gold coin.
You're just gonna give us money whenever we're sad?
I just
doing
look
Because
at you
because
with-
it'll
I'm
work.
gonna need,
No,
I'm gonna
I
need
don't
a
know. I
lot
feel
more
bad
money if
because
that's the
I'm
case.
assuming she's miffed because she didn't get to have the money.
She'll just sort of like shake her head in a like Jesus, what the fuck just happened sort of way, and put 1 gold in her pocket, I guess.
I like how all of us are shocked, yet we're still taking it.
Of course.
What else would
I
we
mean,
do?
Lilith is also flat broke, so she's not
I
gonna
would
turn
like
up for
the
money.
money, but I'm not gonna say it in character.
Anyways, I'll just
Yeah.
I'll toss the sack back into the chest and then just kick the chest back into my pocket dimension.
Anyways, now that we're all here, do we?
Blade's gonna move to the front of the door and be like, "So, Kieran,
Mm,
planning on doing something stupid tomorrow?"
yeah, sure.
Oh no.
Like planning, like. Well, I don't plan a lot of my stupid.
So, like maybe ruining your friend's chance at happiness?
I'm sorry, man. I hate to tell you this, but I don't think Emma's that into you.
Wasn't talking about Emma, idiot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows that. He's just in denial.
It kind of gives you a glare, Sage.
Just stare right back at him.
Why is everybody looking at me like that?
Because you're very loud.
Oh, glaring at me.
I can be louder.
I wouldn't.
How dark is the room?
It's lit by the fire in the corner as well as candlelight. It's pretty
How
well
many?
lit.
So, are there any shadows in this room?
Not really, no.
Blade, I thought you hated it here.
I did because my mother made it hell.
Where's she now?
Well, not my real mother, but my mother is technically still here.
The queen?
Yeah.
I mean, it just seems to me like nothing's changed. And yet somehow you are so suddenly okay with everything.
I'm not okay with everything. I'm getting married and I'm gonna leave. Simple as that. My father asked me to get married, so I'm gonna get married.
I can't think because of this damn cat. I'm sorry. I don't know if you can hear him.
That's the
I don't know
most-
if you can hear him.
that's the
yelling
most
3
bait.
Right
times in a
back.
row.
Gonna go put my cat on the mic.
Gonna put my can on the mic.
That's not a fucking
No,
sound.
that's not a cat.
That
Sorry, I just looked to the left, and every time he meowed, he's like tapping me on the arm, and every
Oh.
time the green ring lit up, and I'm like, I can't.
Oh,
I can't think. I'm just
Romeo's-
waiting for him to stop.
Romeo's meow was so baby. It was so baby.
We're just getting a sneak peek on the inside of Kieran's brain. Are you gonna do anything stupid? Meow!
Drew, fuck, what just
Gonna
happened?
look at someone and go wonder what is going on inside their head. It's gonna Romeo. It's just him fucking.
Hold on, where's
meowing.
that photo you drew a long time ago of Kieran and who was that other guy?
What?
Ike getting hit in the face with a
Yeah,
hammer.
you getting hit in the face by Pike. It's in Pike's drawing. Just scroll
Uh-huh.
up.
I found it. That video. It's
Whose
just recording his
drawings?
head.
Go to Pike's drawing.
Whose drawings?
Who,
Whose drawings?
whose drawings?
Oh,
We should
Who?
change it to
I get it now.
I'm so sad, Lyndon.
Hey, Zach, here, I'm gonna message you, here, change Pike's drawings, channeling to this.
No.
Redacted. I'm sorry. What was just said? I
Okay.
totally lost track of my thought because of that cat.
Going back to look at your dog drawing. Oh man, what a time.
The one I did of
Misha.
Iggy.
Yeah, Iggy.
Oh god.
So
He said something about his father being okay. He's
The-
doing
the
something his
cha-
father
The
said.
channel has a proper name now.
No, you can't. Why would you do it? I'll cry.
That hurts. That hurts. That hurts. That hurts.
I'll cry. I'll do it.
I think this should have been called Not a Distant Memory anymore.
I swear, I was like
Who?
finally starting to have time to draw like what our characters got up to in each episode, and then Pike leaves.
but yeah, he said my father asked me to.
So you're just going to do whatever he says?
I mean, he's not been mean to me.
He's also very strong.
That too. He's treated me like an actual person and not some scum of the earth.
Ha!
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay, Emma. We're gonna go on the assumption that all dads here are shit.
We'll give you a hug when you say ha.
Oh.
Character, what's a dad?
Wait. Every
Let's meet
single
when you're
is
older.
there a single person in this party who has a nice dad?
My father's fine.
Yeah,
He's a
Pike
good
had-
father.
Because I
Pike had
don't
a
have a
very good
dad.
relationship with
normal
his father.
guy. Let's go laps.
Oh fuck, we lost a good father relationship. That's the real tragedy here.
We're all gonna die now.
All right. Well, you can, Emma. What do you want to get married?
I can't say I do necessarily, but there's really no other way out.
I hard disagree with that. There's always room for something.
Okay, let me
but-
rephrase. There's no other way out that results in nobody dying.
Well, that's not very fun. We like to make it exciting around here. Anyways, so
It's a royal wedding.
sounds to me, Blade, that it doesn't look like you're getting married whether you care to or not, because your other party does not want to get married, and she's not gonna. So
Kieran, stop speaking for me.
I just asked you.
Is it because I'm not hot enough?
What?
Emma,
What?
why don't you want to marry me?
Are you serious right now?
I mean, I was just wondering, you know.
Jesus Christ.
His
It
feelings are hurt.
has nothing to do with the way you look. We're just both victims of circumstance, and to be quite honest, it mostly has to do with the fact that it's just what my shit father wants me to do.
I mean, I don't blame you for that, but like, I mean,
Is
Give
this
it
in
time.
character for Blade?
Blade.
I'm pretty sure if anyone at this table wanted to roll an insight check on this dude right now, we
Can
could
I
figure out.
please do that? And can I please have advantage because I fucking know him?
I feel like the DC is gonna be like 3.
Or is Zach just having a stroke and has no
30.
idea where he is right now? What the fuck?
what is going on right now?
He is! I got it!
No, I'm not having a stroke. I'm confused at what you guys are saying.
Okay, can we please roll an insight check? I asked, out of character, is this in character for Blade to be like concerned about him not being hot enough for Emma? And asking like this.
Sure, go ahead and roll insight.
And I have advantage.
No.
You're a bitch! Fuck! It's a 10. Can I have
roll insight?
please?
No.
I know him! Please.
You are giving me intense Laura Bailey vibes with just the, can I ask for advantage on this roll, please?
I'm sorry, but your bird's not there, so no advantage.
It's not about the bird, it's about the bro! The bromance. Zach.
I mean, you're not really sure. You were with him for some time, but I mean, Mm.
New character trait for Blade learned. Insecure about his looks.
Okay, well, Emma got a 30, right?
Was that
No,
real?
I said the DC was 30.
I'm mad.
I can't roll a 30 on insight.
And somebody please roll insight.
No.
I
Matt
have no
said-
reason
rolls
to.
a 21.
You know
To
what's
be-
sad is I
To
think
be
I have the
fair,
highest
Emma
insight
did
roll out of
also
everyone.
say. Wait, who
Oh,
was
yeah,
it?
that's a
Emma
lie.
or Sage?
Huh?
Or Annika or Patrick?
What?
Insight? I have a +5.
No.
We're gonna
I
leave
don't-
it at 1 roll, and that's what
Oh
the
my
DM
god!
says.
That's fine.
So,
No, DM's a little bitch. Anyways.
No, as a
You
DM, I
guessed it
totally
with
understand
psychic
this ruling.
Don't get smited.
Again.
So,
Sun comes down.
he's like, well, I mean, still getting married, Kieran. Just let Flo be happy.
Okay, I'm done with this conversation. Emma, can I have a word with you really quick?
I'm not done with this conversation.
Hold on.
No, Kieran.
I'm reading a book. Sorry, too busy.
Emma!
Kieran, stop
No.
trying to
But
run
I
away
told you
from
not to
this
read a
and
book
let
too.
her be happy.
I will come back to this in a second. Emma, this is important. Please,
You should really talk to Blade.
please, 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 please. I will, as
be
soon
here.
as we
Blade
talk.
looks like he's about to leave. You should talk to Blade.
Kieran, are you
What?
really friends with Flo? Because you're acting like you're not.
I'm acting
You're
like there's a
acting like
lot
a
of things
selfish
going on right
bastard.
now. I am a selfish bastard.
Well, maybe you need to get over it
a
and just
selfish
leave Flo
bastard.
alone. She doesn't need somebody like you around her if you're gonna be this way. I'm leaving. He walks out the door.
Oh.
Can I talk to you now, Emma?
I mean, he is gone.
So I have done a little digging.
Right?
I've been reading, actually.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
I'm kidding.
Do it.
Alright. 16.
That beats me. I have not been reading. I have in fact been
Alright.
listening.
Sage has been reading
Sage has been reading.
aloud to all
You'd
of us.
probably, I bet with that insight check, when he says I've been reading, Sage just raises an eyebrow.
Yeah, Emma doesn't actually read Kieran, she just sees Sage do that and goes, no, you fucking didn't. Continue.
I've been doing some
Listening.
listening.
For once.
Apparently, all of these vampire families have this certain kind of like power with them.
Yeah.
We
I
have
know.
the Osterovs that have manipulating shadows, Dane that has crafted ship with divinity, Andrea that has bloodbending, but the most
Lisette
important one,
Charming,
yeah.
And
I'm wondering if that has anything to do with anything going on. I'm not convinced that anyone in here is completely unaffected by some sort of thing. It seems too perfect that everybody wants to be here, and they're slaves that want to be here, and everybody else wants to be here.
listen, I also did some reading. And from what I can tell, I also did some talking with Blade. From what I can tell, there is no way a member of the royal family would allow the betrothed to be manipulated via mind magics. I do not see it happening.
What if they're the ones that ordered it?
Why would they do that, Kieran?
I see it.
I don't know.
Kieran,
Just prove it. I know you probably have some sort of magic thing you can do. Prove that Blade wants to be here.
that's not the point.
Ugh.
Because at the end of the day, say I go about this, I cast the spell and we find out everybody will be perfectly happy in the situation, what then?
He just stays quiet, looks at his feet.
It is not our place to judge the happiness of the people around us. The whole situation is not ideal. I will agree. But one, we don't have the power to do anything about it. And two, even if we did, what would that accomplish?
I just want to be able to. I just want proof.
Proof of what?
Proof that there's nothing else going on, that this is actually true and real.
You have any proof that it's not real?
No.
I hate to say it, Kieran, but you might just need to let them go. Let her go.
I don't know what to do without her. I'd literally be dead. My brothers tried to drown me.
You know, you'd literally be dead if it weren't for us, too.
It's not the same.
Maybe not, but she's happy. If you truly like her, if she's truly your friend,
What happens
then
if
you
I
should
leave?
be happy for her.
What happens if I leave her here? And she was under some sort of thing, and she wasn't actually happy.
Then
How
we'll
could
come
I live
back.
with myself?
And what if she's actually happy and you ruin it?
If I have proof, then I'll leave. Okay?
What do you consider to be proof?
That there's no thing affecting the way she talks or speaks.
Can't see this ending well, Kieran.
It's already not ending well. Can
Yeah,
only go up from
clearly.
here.
Well,
You've managed to estrange your closest friends. Both of them.
They're great.
Then
I'm gonna go back to the room.
Kieran,
No.
Kieran.
I think he needs time to think.
he needs time to understand that there's no magic spell that's going to fix this for him.
You don't think that Flo is being, and she's air quotes, mind controlled?
No.
There's zero
I
chance?
personally don't.
I
She
just don't.
very well could be, but at the end of the day, she is. Okay, we find out that she's been mind controlled this whole time, and it's a big thing done by the four massive families of this city. Then what? We try to rescue her, we all die.
I mean, realistically, thinking about politics of nobility and all of this, what do they have to gain by marrying their prince to a genasi?
Nothing.
Exactly.
They,
Why
in
would
fact,
they want to mind control her into marrying him?
they have less to gain by doing this. The whole idea of their society is based around the original most powerful vampire, and this royal family is trying to curate in essence that sort of power reborn, and by having a pure-blooded member of the royal family marrying someone who is not a vampire stands no benefit to them.
In fact, it's probably a detriment to them.
100%.
Lilith will raise her hand.
Yes.
Yes.
Lilith.
What if they're doing it to cover up yours?
What?
My marriage.
It's a public marriage. They both are.
So, if I understand what's happening here correctly, you'll be joining two of the most powerful houses in the Vampire Society. That seems like it could be gearing up to take over. If they distract this wedding with a flashy one with a couple that's very much publicly in love, it would take away from the underhanded dealings under the table that might be happening.
There's
It's
100% under. No, I know what you mean, Lilith. My father's
saying
whole
it's right.
intention from this marriage, from what I can tell, is holding on to what little power he still wants. Did you guys know I'm an only child?
Really?
Congratulations, siblings suck.
Yeah.
They do.
My father dies, it means I'm the rightful heir.
Congratulations.
Good luck
Yeah.
with that.
That's exactly my thought.
So when Osterov takes your house title?
I believe it would fall to her, actually.
Wouldn't it fall to her husband?
No. Why would
The
it?
current most powerful vampire, in theory, is Scarlet. I don't think they care much about the patriarchy.
This is true. But they would argue that his blood is more pure than yours, originating from Lazarus, as opposed
The Queen would not allow that.
to... If it's a power grab, she might. If she truly
Probably.
hates her son this way, why would she let him get married in her city? It's not like he asked his father.
I
No.
still don't think that Flo is under mind control. All of
I-
this has not convinced.
I don't
No.
either. I just think this is not something happening at face value. Something else is happening here.
There's always something else happening.
Now, are we going to tell Kieran what you're thinking, Lilith? Because I think that that might make things worse.
There's a reason I waited.
I think it's entirely possible. Sorry, Laps, go ahead.
Oh, it's fine. I was just gonna say, I do think that there's definitely more political things happening in the background than we know. Whether it's anything else, I'm not sure. I think, from what I've heard, the vampire aristocracy is very much a political game of chess.
I mean,
So, but isn't that
nobility in general always does a lot of political dealings, especially through marriage. So it's not surprising that there are potentially underhanded things happening. I
And
still don't think that's going to make them mind control Flo. If they were going to do that, they could do that to a vampire instead.
I'm not agreeing with Kieran on that. I don't think Flo's mind controlled.
I was far too distracted during the dinner party to properly keep tabs on things. Did there seem to be any individual, group of individuals that seemed to be drawing the crowd?
Well,
I definitely, yes. There's at least one person drawing quite the crowd, and I could swear he was speaking in some sort of code. Say that again?
I just questioned code.
Wasn't
Oh, sorry.
wasn't he part of that family that's good at charm magic?
That's what I'm
Uh,
thinking.
Or
well,
could that just
actually,
be coincidence?
another coincidence that happened. That exact person later that night when we were walking down the red light district noticed us and specifically called us out and asked us to go into his, brothel. I
Well,
think it.
to
Well,
be
it was more
fair, the two
classy
of
than
you
that.
do stand out a bit.
What was the
But
name of the brothel?
BM Zach, what was the name
It
of the
was.
brothel?
Wait. Give me a sec. Let me think about it.
Alright,
It was
alright,
something about silk or some kind of fabric. I forget what was
It was perfect something. It was like perfection. Silk and perfection.
Silk and perfection.
Silken
Bingo.
Wow, good memory, Mark.
When you remember
Well,
the name of the
you're the one that tipped me
We
off.
we
so-
did it together.
out of
Together we make
curiosity.
one brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
What
found
do
it.
I think my mother would think of the name of this brothel?
I think it's pretty cool. She would
Oh.
like the name.
To go off on that, I found it strange. Why did he invite, two random dart folk into his he made us know that it was extraordinarily expensive.
Well, we are the
Um,
king's guests.
He didn't invite two random dot folk. He invited guests the king.
In theory, he invited 2 dot folk. You guys aren't incredibly common in the wastes, for one.
Now, I do wonder what would happen if we went to him and asked him to tell us more about charm magic. Do you think maybe we could use that as a way to confirm that everything's okay, or at least rule that out?
In theory, I was thinking about asking my father what he knows.
I'm
Subtly.
I'm
And if
still
we want to
curious.
throw subtlety out of the window, I could just go up and cast the spell magic on Flo.
In theory.
I don't know if that's casting any type of magic on soon to be wedded is probably not viewed as a good thing.
No.
Well, I definitely don't think that's our
Yes.
best plan. But like I said, if we want to throw subtlety and discourse out of the window, that can be cleansing.
Also, I'm still curious on what Lord. I'm forgetting his name. He gave us 2 names, or like his very formal name, and then the one that he wanted us to call us, or us to call him.
Rohan?
No, not Rohan. The one that owned the brothel.
Damas?
Damas, yeah. I'm still curious on what Lord Damas exactly meant through his encoded message. When he was getting a crowd together, his words definitely seemed like they had a much deeper meaning or something along those lines.
I mean, I guess it's possible he was just telling people to come to his brothel.
That's
Well, yes,
my
that's
initial thought.
probably what it was, but you never know.
I mean, at the end of the day, these are all good theories. But I think it comes down to the idea that even if everybody is mind controlled in this entire situation,
Which is unlikely.
which is unlikely, but if it's true, what can we do about it?
Nothing.
Exactly. I can't go with you guys back to the room. I need you guys to talk to Kieran. I am incredibly worried that he is going to object during the wedding and something's going to happen.
Should we try to... Is there a spell that any of you have that might be able to stop him from moving?
Don't cast on him.
If
That won't
we
do
cast
anything.
a spell on Kieran, he's just going to think that we all are out to get him, and he's gonna be pissed at all of us.
This is a fair point.
Talk to him. He won't listen to me.
Worst comes to worst, if he's willing, I can get him outside the city gates as long as I go out today.
But if he's willing, it's like sticking like that.
Yes, but it would let them know that we're not mind controlled. If it has to be a willing action. If they were mind controlling Flo, why aren't they mind controlling Emma or us? That's my main
That's a
gripe.
that is another good point.
No, and it's very valid, but by that same token, why are they allowing you all to be here? As a show of good faith? Possibly. But
Depends on how much they know about us.
Well,
They've
they
seen
know.
They have us here for other reasons that we
That's what
don't
I'm
know about
thinking.
yet.
Here's an important question. Do we pose a threat to them at all?
No.
I don't think we do.
I think it's possible that who we have connections with could pose a threat with them. And I don't mean that comes.
It also depends on what you consider a threat. I mean, Ludwig told me that I could bring about apocalypse if I really wanted to. By
While you guys
dying.
are talking, the door flies open.
Who?
You see an angry blue woman.
Flo?
Oh shit! Is it Flo?
Yes.
Hello,
Oh
Flo.
shit! What did Kieran do?
Where the fuck is he?
What did he
Um,
do?
Not sure.
What did he do?
What did he do?
He pissed off Blade.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
Yep, that's about
Well,
right.
I mean, we watched it happen. He
So,
stormed
Flo-
off
one of you
to our
guys?
room.
Flo, I
Flo.
promised we're going to go and talk to him and talk him out of this phase he's in.
Flo, I'm very sorry. You
Lilith
don't
will
know me
walk
that
over
well.
and close the door.
Can't believe him.
Listen,
Please don't kill
he
him.
has some crazy assumptions about what's going on, and I'm going to ask your permission first. I understand if it's a no. He is under the assumption that you are being mind controlled into this marriage. Personally, I think it's ridiculous.
Like her frustration's kind of passing. She's walking over to one of the chairs and she's just beginning to cry in her hands.
Oh?
Are you okay?
Whoa.
I have known him for so long. And I'm happy. I just want him to be happy for me. And instead, he's ruining it.
Got it in his head and managed to work himself up into a paranoia frenzy about all of this. With trying to calm him down. I promise we will not let him ruin your wedding.
No.
If me and Blade can't talk any sense into him, I'm sorry, but I don't know what you guys can do.
We can't talk sense into him. I will tie him up with my rope and leave him in our room.
It's gonna be hard.
He has been speaking about wanting a form of proof against the whole mind control thing.
But shouldn't my words be enough?
They should.
Theoretically, yes.
From
What we
across
tried
the
to tell
room,
him.
from across the room, Lilith's gonna look at you and be like, does she understand what mind control means?
Not the time, not the time.
That's why only you are gonna hear this, basically.
I have literally been through thick and thin with him. I left my people behind. And this is how he's repaying me? Just don't get it.
I'm sorry.
I just don't get it.
It's likely difficult for him due to his prior experiences with the royalty of Zenith.
And to be honest, Flo, I think he's struggling with letting the both of you go
Exactly.
and not showing it in the best way. In his own way, he's trying to make sure you're not hurt. And he's going about it terribly, but
His intentions are good.
Are you sure
Exactly.
about that? Because at this point, I don't even know.
He
I'm-
wants
Go
to
ahead.
see you happy. I do believe this. But, I mean, I don't think he is able to accept the fact that you are. Maybe you could go try and do him again, possibly.
If you want, one of us can come to try and play devil's advocate, or maybe just cut him off if he goes too far. That's devolving into another argument.
Flo, what do you know about the Lisette family?
Um, just that Lord Damas Losset is the head. Um, he's a wealthy businessman, owner of the S- Silken Perfection, as well as runs the whole place. Um, apparently his family is really good at charming. Um,
That's what she's worried about. Or he, sorry.
Lord Losset has nothing to gain from me, some common girl from another practically country.
We know that. We just need to prove that to Kira.
I don't know. I really have to get ready for tomorrow. I need to go.
Have a
Well,
good night.
Good luck. And just in case we end up not going to the wedding out of caution, congratulations.
Thank you. And Emma,
Yes.
tell Blade he looks hot every now and then. It really boosts his ego.
I don't think I have the confidence to do that.
Oh boy. She leaves at the door.
Can I?
As
I-
soon as she leaves,
Can I insight check? Just do I feel any mind control shit, or is that Arcana or whatever?
Sure, go ahead and roll Arcana. 2 people can.
I
will
will.
also-
Actually, no. Emma, do it.
Are you
Emma,
sure
do
you
it.
don't want me to roll Arcana? Are you
Truly,
sure?
like, fucking sure. So
you
you guys stop fucking asking me if my damn characters are mind controlled.
Are you
I
sure
rolled a-
you
I
don't
rolled a
want me to
30 plus
roll?
6. I rolled a
I
9.
got a
I
minus
didn't even
1. I'm
roll
just
well.
saying.
Am I right? Just for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6 plus 7.
Yeah.
13.
3.
Let's go!
Do I have
Whoa.
higher Arcana than you, Emma?
Yeah. Hey,
Well,
I don't know if you know
that's
this.
Weird.
I
Oh,
have
yeah.
only a +3 to my intelligence modifier.
I forgot. That still weirds
Guys.
me out.
The highest stat I rolled for Emma was a 13.
That's a vibe,
Oh.
Oh my
Frick.
god. I am
Frick,
so
that's
sorry.
a vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, don't worry about it. I only looked at Kronos' stats and cried.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Wait,
though-
what are his stats? Hold on.
Hey, 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 hey.
Oh
Bro,
my
did
god.
you roll
Listen,
a
hey, they were all
freaking-
natural. I rolled every single one.
Bro,
I
I
rolled
bet
a
you
natural
were.
20 on my 3 dice.
I bet you're pogging. Frick.
Yeah, so I'm mildly.
Peeved? Just a little bit?
I'm gonna be so mad.
Hold on. As soon as Flo leaves, can I turn to Emma and say, you need to know how to call someone hot. I mean, we could teach you how to do that.
Sage,
What? Why?
I
is-
spent all of my time in a single room with a man who was concerned about a demon in his basement. I don't have social skills.
Well,
We
just
can give you
imagine you're
social
calling
skills.
them.
Amazing today.
Just
I
imagine you're
like-
calling them hot like a
These
torch.
Emma, these fucking Emma one-liners today are my favorite thing. I cannot.
I also like how the
Really?
16-year-old is like, don't worry, I got this, Emma.
Yeah, I'm not really sure I like
Let me
this
teach
whole
you how to
ageist
flirt.
puberty kind of a thing that's going on today.
By the way,
You
what's
know
your
what,
Arcanas? What was your Arcanas?
Wasn't it 13 and a 3?
I got a
was it-
3!
No.
It was Lilith and Emma.
Yeah,
I got a
rolled a 9.
13.
She didn't seem to be under any sort of magical mind controlling.
I didn't think so. It was just a precaution check. Didn't roll very high, but you know.
Confident with the DM's response on a 9. Pain.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't do it to get it. Like if I had, unless I got, gonna be. Maybe it still work. You can't tell if someone's mind controlled just by looking at them. At least as far as Lilith knows.
There's one spell that will let you. It's called Crown of Madness, and it's bad. Anyway.
Anyway, let's gonna look at Emma with a moment back and go. She didn't say yes to a check. Does no one find that concerning?
I think it's
I
less.
I think she has a lot of other things on her mind, firstly. Then
She's breathing over
Yeah,
her
I
friend.
get it, but
I believe that her and Kieran are the exact same level of stubborn and are unwilling to.
compromise.
Exactly. I find. I don't know. I have a theory that.
To be fair, though,
I have a theory that Flo wants to prove it to Kieran in her own way.
it does seem like Flo gave quite a bit for Kieran.
I'm sorry. Man has seen biggle bitties.
Oh? I'm sorry?
In the general chat, Quincy. Look in the general
yeah,
chat.
Quincy, they're not saying anything that you should know about. If I'm being honest.
I'm sorry.
Man has seen big old bitties.
Big ol' baby.
His mother owns several brothels. Why are we
Big
surprised?
bitties.
So, listen.
He can
I
hit
believe-
puberty whenever he chooses? How does that
Yes.
work?
He's a changeling.
Oh,
Does that mean you can, if they wanted to, could they go through puberty multiple times? Like, why
Yes.
would they want to
Yes.
do that?
but why would you?
It's awful, but it's possible.
That's cursed.
Rolling the dice to get a good roll.
Oh no! I'd like to look like a teenage boy. Roll a d20.
Ass
Oh.
hair. No.
No!
Do not do that to me, Zach. I swear to God.
You got a 3, that's ass hair.
Roll on the wild puberty table.
No,
Oh
ass
my
hair.
God!
Puberty sorcerer.
If you roll
Hormone
a natural
sorcerer.
one- If you roll a natural one, it's just put off by another year.
Hormomancer.
I am dying.
The gender mage. Their
Anyways,
magic is fluid.
Back to reality. And by reality, I mean the one where we're in a vampire castle.
Yes.
This is the dark timeline, truly. I don't want to go back.
turn to the rest of the party and just say, so, the wedding is tomorrow, and unless you guys have any better ideas, I think I'm just gonna go through with it.
If that's
You
your
sure?
choice, then
I don't see any other. I'm
I wish
looking
you
at
could
this
have had a
logically, and every
choice.
other choice that I make leads to me dying or someone here dying.
actually I didn't consider that. Maybe we're here to keep, well, everyone else in check within our party, or maybe you in check. I wouldn't put it past them, to be honest.
I have a feeling we're gonna be sort of walking a strange thin line between the Crimson Company and here. But you guys should go check on Kieran. What time is it, Zach? It's still relatively early in the day, right?
It's actually gotten quite late.
Oh.
After everything that's been going on, you guys sending the letter, making your way through this massive ass castle, talking, arguing, crying, reading, it's getting to be like 7 o'clock.
Okay.
How close are we to our room in a straight line? Are we within 60 feet of our room?
No.
Damn.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Well, Emma, good luck tomorrow, and if you need any help, you know where to find us.
Should we have a signal?
I do wish I could have seen the festival. Partially,
It's
but
kind of gaudy, if I'm being honest.
well, in that case.
Why
I've
don't
had
you?
quite enough of Gaudi.
Why don't you see if Blade will help you sneak out?
She,
you have
Emma sort of
invisibility?
Emma eyes the balcony and goes, "Getting out of here is not that much of an issue, to be quite honest. I mean, they gave me a window seat."
As long as you're okay with it.
Can I look
I'm
down on the
okay with
window? Are we on like the 3rd floor?
You guys are high up. I don't know which floor, but it's very high up.
Oh, yeah, we're high.
You don't know which floor, Zach? Wow.
It's the 10th floor of the abyss. Sorry.
I'll just turn around.
You guys are at the BBEG fight. Go.
I'll just turn around.
Shit.
You still got Featherfall prepared?
Emma will just give you a slight nod. But look, I have a feeling that me leaving this wedding in any way puts Blade at a large risk, and I do not want to see Kieran in that state whatsoever.
Right.
Emma, you're
Anyway,
making a great sacrifice.
well, To be quite fair, a marriage in principle is semantics.
I know, but still. You didn't have to do this. You could run away and with worse Jones. Thank
yeah,
you.
I don't think it's that simple, but
Just know.
quick question. Where is Mariah's tattoo located? The first part of it being done.
My waist.
Is it visible or no? No, okay, just curious.
There's like bandages, like more bandages, I guess. She's not tying her garments as tight because it's like sensitive.
Because ow.
Yeah, you could probably tell, I guess, that there's bandages there.
Should Emma just say, but Mariah, I didn't get a chance to comment, but are you okay?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. I wanted to get something special done. So I went to a tattoo parlor last night.
All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I did.
She even has the tattoo.
I know you did. I still think it's funny that out of all of us to go to the red light district at 1 a.m, it was you two.
Hey,
we were going to do this. We were.
They went to the red.
Both of these. Okay. Both of these.
To
Both
be
of
fair,
these
I didn't
things.
know what it was until I was
Both of
already
you?
there.
Both of these things were going to.
Both of them.
We were going to do in the Crimson Company, but no one gave us time to do the things we wanted to do, so we figured we'd do
Why
it
did
here.
you need to go to the red? Wait, okay, so you were getting, I presume, a tattoo.
Indeed.
Laps, what were you doing?
I needed to send a letter.
In the red light district?
I just assumed it was a place of commerce.
We wanted to be.
Oh.
We wanted to be quiet about it, so we were trying
They
to
just
see
like
if we could get it sent secretly.
Sage has a hand over his mouth and he's just giggling into his hand
That's...
as quietly as he possibly can.
Lilith is laughing, but she's mute, so no sound happens.
Oh.
well...
I-
I hope you got what you bargained for and more.
I did.
Well, sure.
I've got to say though, they really do have everything here.
What is that supposed to mean?
She looks at Emma. Everything.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Can I roll insight into what I think that means?
Sure.
There were fucking pirates and shit, man.
Yeah, holy
Back
crap.
of Laps's head, he's like, Mariah did spend 2 hours
I rolled
in the
a
room.
7.
Does
7
Laps
total?
think that?
No, he doesn't personally think, but he's like, I
Yeah,
did
7
have to wait for
total.
2 hours.
Sage, you're like, Mariah definitely means, you know, they've got a big castle, they've got a lot of various shops and
Oh
stuff.
my gosh.
They've got, you know, all this clothing stores. They really do have everything.
They do.
You agree?
Well,
If you still want to sneak up with us, I can accompany you. Keep you safe.
Zach, my father said that I'd be able to leave my chambers, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, fuck it. I haven't disobeyed him once. I'm gonna follow you guys for a little bit.
All right.
He said I could,
Oh, that's wonderful.
so I'm technically still not disobeying him. Whatever.
So, who wants to play rock, paper, scissors, see who gets to talk to Kieran?
I've
Both
already
will
done
raise
that
your
as well.
hand.
Yes! Lilith, you can't
Lilith.
talk. Hold on.
I could translate.
Wait, did you not realize when I did it?
Let me do something real quick. I'm going to mentally connect to Webble and check the room, make sure Kieran's there. Just like have Webble like
How
Sneak
far
around
is
the
the
corner.
communication?
Within a mile.
Within a mile. Nice. Webble messages that Kieran ran in and ran out.
Oh.
Oh.
As
Oh
in,
no.
Kieran's no longer in the room.
Yes.
Oh no.
We have a problem. I just was asking Webble just to check up on Kieran, and Kieran's no longer in the room.
You don't think
Uh,
he's gone to talk to Flo, do you?
I can't tell you what I think because apparently he ran into the room, spent no less than a minute there, and ran out.
I'm gonna
He's
look at him and
definitely-
go, so much for your night on the town.
We should.
Well,
we should run.
I guess we're on a wild goose chase then.
We should run.
Yeah. Are
I'm
there
just gonna tell
guards or
Webble to
anything?
start try to track where Kieran went immediately.
You guys go out of the room and see Cyril standing there.
Good.
Where are you all going?
On a walk.
What? Where did Kieran go?
They ran out of the room and to a different direction.
Which direction?
Where did Flo
Yes.
go?
The opposite direction.
Okay.
You should put out a word to look for Kieran.
We
Okay.
think he's going to talk to the bride, the other bride.
Okay. So here's the thing. It's recommended that you all get sleep because you all need to be up early in the morning tomorrow. The ceremony's being held at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Why?
Right, and it's 7 o'clock now. That's 12 hours. We got time to
Yes.
spare.
But it's recommended that you all get 10 hours of sleep.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, how much sleep do you think we're going to get if Kieran is running around doing dumb shit? Cyril,
I will get somebody on it. Like I mentioned, it will probably take you all, well, everyone is going to have people come in and help you get ready in the morning. Whether you like it or not. Just what the king and queen wishes. That will take approximately hour and a half to 2 hours to look tip-top shape. So, I would lead you back to the room. If you leave the room, I will know and will not be happy.
get it. Just
Lilith will do like a 1 and then she'll walk back into Emma's room real quick. Can he still like, and she'll like sort of walk so he can't see her anymore.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna lay down a sigil.
Okay.
And I will take the damage for that. Emma, are you still in your room? Or no, you went out with us.
I stepped out with you guys. Yeah.
Ah, fuck, that was some max damage roll right there.
Pain.
Oh. Okay, I lay down my echo.
I just have a quick question. Who's your new friend?
Oh.
oh yeah,
He's here now.
he's a
Hi there.
business partner.
That's
Okay.
good.
Um,
He's going to be traveling with us for the foreseeable future.
Okay.
I flash him with thumbs up.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
I will add you on the list of guests. Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Much
that was
appreciated. Thank you, Cyril.
I'm
Right,
glad
so-
he's exactly the same size as that fish, so we don't have to remake a whole nother outfit.
Now follow me back to your room, and I will get somebody to go find Kieran. All right.
Cyril, can I request something of you?
What is that?
If you find him, even if he's not coming back to the room, will you let us know?
Yes, I will.
Insight.
Go ahead and roll.
That's a good number because it's 2 digits. That's a 16, 18. 16 plus 2.
Just being truthful.
Okay.
Oh no, my music stopped. Ah, no! Get out of here, Red Lobster.
What?
You fucking heard the man.
Ugh.
Get out of here, Red Lobster.
Where's my music? My music is just
And Chris,
fucking.
for the record, I did forget that you can't talk. And
Nice.
as I was speaking, I remembered. I'm in a mood today. Sorry.
So you guys get led back to the room. And
Does Emma also get led to our room, or
No,
does
no,
Emma go
Emma's
back
in
to
her
the
I
room.
get stuck in.
I will mention for Emma's sake, the moment you walk back in your room, like right in front of any sitting implement that Lilith was using, there is now a large circle of blood just like hovering about like 2 inches off the ground.
Oh, that's not good.
no.
And you have no idea what it is.
No.
So let's go over to Kieran.
Yeah, Kieran, you're rolling death saves.
This is me. All right, I'll roll my first one. That is a nat one.
Kieran, you're
Oh.
sitting there, and you notice there's a voice behind you. What are you doing out here?
I have. Who is that? Oh God,
What are you doing out here?
I'm reading.
You don't recognize this voice. Well, you do, but it's not a voice you hear often.
And I kind of give a side glance to see who it is.
Yeah, you see Scarlet.
This is not what I wanted!
Oh God.
I mean, come on, the princess must be able to make that out at least.
I mean, I know that you're reading, but I was just wondering why you're doing it out here. Don't you have your own room?
I mean, this is outdoors, it's not a room. Plus, I'm just taking notes from your brother. This looked like a lovely place to read, and it seems as though it is. Retcon, fuck, I did not know this was him. It's fine. Just took a walk. It looks like a nice place to read. Am I not allowed to be here, even though I'm, guests of the royal family?
She's kind of just looking at you.
What's your expression?
Blank.
Resting bitch face.
For posterity's sake, the moment we get back to the room, Lilith's gonna offer someone else to come with her to look for Kieran if they really want to.
I'll come along too. Why not?
How many strikes do you think it's gonna take for me to cut your head off?
Let's see, if my memory does serve me correctly, 3? I mean, people do say I have quite a big head.
Nice. I'd guess more 1. Would you like to try that out now?
No, I'm not really into that shit. Thanks though.
It's unfortunate.
Is there a reason you've come up to talk to me?
Nothing in particular, I just saw you sitting out here.
Yeah, unfortunately, you are not exactly the young maiden I was expecting.
How unfortunate. Are you expecting the blue girl?
Possibly.
Hmm. It's a shame. Too bad she's too busy crying in her room.
Why?
Being comforted by my brother. I don't know. Apparently somebody made her upset.
Pretty sure she wished I was, dead yesterday. Said that to my face. That was the thing that happened.
Sure, you deserved it.
Probably.
What are you to her?
What am I to her?
Yeah.
Probably just some sassy lost child.
What is she to you?
Too much, currently.
What was that I couldn't hear you?
Nothing.
She's nothing to you? It's unfortunate. Because it seemed like she was quite worried about you, times that she was here. How tragic.
Thanks for the present, by the way.
Talking about her eye?
Mm-hmm. I heard that was a gift from the heir herself.
Maybe she shouldn't have tried to bite me.
Nah. Seems like a natural thing to do.
And why is that?
It kind of looks like some. I'm gonna go back to my reading, actually.
Finish your sentence.
I'm good. Have you read this book before?
I said finish your sentence.
Uh, I just mean if you're, dragging me away from everything I wanted to, do and be, etc., etc., I would have done something like that as well.
I see. I mean, I admire her fighting back against me. So I was kind enough to just take an eye. I could have done much worse. But I chose to reward her.
And why did you take her in the first place exactly?
I was bored. And I was looking for my brother. And it helped me find him, didn't it? At that, when she says that, she sort of grins. It's very sinister.
What do you mean?
He's here, isn't he?
She was a pawn.
You could say that.
She's not still, I'm assuming.
I'm done with her. My brother can have her.
Hope so, considering she's just going to be your, what's it called, sister-in-law from now on.
But she's beneath me. And so is my brother, so I don't care.
Mhm. That's all right. At least you'll be able to see them wandering the same halls as you, ogling each other and doing other things of that nature.
For now.
For now.
How about your hand? One strike?
Probably. My hands are pretty weak.
How about your knee?
Probably two. Lots of bone.
Both of them at the same time?
Hand and knee or both knees?
Both. Knees.
I was gonna say that did not answer my question. Kindness. Both knees. Probably four.
Hmm.
Are these history books real? I mean, they're written at least recent enough to include you. How old are you?
Old enough. You never ask a lady her age, do you?
That's true.
Since you asked your age. Are you sure you won't let me cut your head off?
Pretty sure I need that to keep being stupid, actually.
No. I'm sure I can make it where you can live without your head.
As threatening as that is, that sounds very intriguing, actually.
Hmm.
Obviously, I'd not like to test it, but if you would like to continue, I would not
You
mind
don't
half
want to be
listening.
one of my shadow puppets?
Shadow puppets.
All of them have a great time together.
Sorry, shadows aren't really my thing. I kind of do the whole opposite of that, actually.
That's unfortunate. You can find comfort in the shadows.
Very much prefer just like sunbathing on a nice
I
warm
can show you
campfire.
right now.
Actually, nah, I'm good.
Kieran, make a Constitution saving throw.
Zach, this is not what I meant. Oh no. That's a 4.
Kieran, you feel as the shadows sort of darken around you and around your neck and your chest, and it begins to coil tight around you, and you begin to suffocate. See? Isn't the comfort great? It's nice.
Can I
Tight
fake a
embrace.
yawn?
Make a deception check.
I don't need to breathe. This is not the first time I've suffocated. That's a 15.
15. It's a pretty decent yawn. Doesn't it feel nice? Just gets tighter and tighter till it begins to break. You take 12 points of force damage as your ribs begin to crack and break.
Kind of like mentally screaming for Zarian. Please, bud, please.
She'll release it. You can always find this nice embrace in the shadows. Will always be there.
Yeah, I'll have to pass on that invite. You might need to work on that whole selling your product thing. They teach a lot of that in the City of the Damned, you know. Inside the walls as well. But I'm sure that is not a place you go to frequently.
City is disgusting.
Everyone has their opinions. That one, might agree with. But
I'm bored. And you will not be one of my puppets.
glad it took you that long. Have a nice night, princess.
Try not to lose your head. Because it looks quite nice. She'll just turn and walk away.
That was creepy.
She just flirt with you in the end there?
I'm pretty sure that is a very, very masochistic.
I-
One of the more masochistic ships in this campaign so far.
I thought the whole time she was
Was she
flirting.
just like
I
she
think
I'm
was like
pretty
your
sure
head?
that is. I'm pretty sure Zachary. Was that her flirting?
You don't know.
Roll insight.
Why would he tell
Zachary.
you?
Can I roll insight? Can I roll insight on that?
No.
Why would he tell you?
Can I roll? Can I roll persuasion on you as a person, Zachary?
Shortly after this, Cyril shows up. Says, Kieran, you need to get back to your room.
Yeah. Yeah, and the princess needs to stop. Can't really say
Do
anything
not-
about her, can I?
Yeah, hold your tongue. Do not speak ill of the royal family.
Karen
Let's
Soft,
go.
I'll do more than speak ill of them. You fucking way, you little fucking bitch. Mad.
Do you follow him?
I don't want to, but I should.
Kieran,
What?
let's go.
Can I do one thing before going to bed and the wedding and all that? One thing.
What is that?
Can I just very, very calmly, pinky promise, swear on my mother's life, wherever she may be, wish the future bride my blessing?
No. Don't you think you've already done enough damage to her today? You've made one of the brides cry. You've pissed off the other groom.
Just, Cyril.
The last thing we need you to do is to do it all over again.
I'm really tired, Cyril, and I just
Yeah,
want to
and you
say
should go to
one-
bed.
I want to say one thing before it's too
No.
late. Come on, you gotta understand.
Maybe you should have thought about this before you made her cry.
I'll just kind of like in true teenage fashion, just kind of slam the book together and get up and follow him.
Who's the teenager now?
We're both teenagers, idiot.
I like how that somehow like ages Sage forward. Yeah. Now who's the teenager now, huh?
I just love the
Still
fact that
you.
I'm not one of the teenagers because I'm too young.
Yeah, yeah, you're exempt. Wow.
Eventually,
Important, Cyril, though. Question. Can I get some healing?
What, you don't want me to heal you?
you can just ask one of your friends. I'm sure they know how to.
Great.
Let's go. Eventually, you guys notice that Cyril ends up back with Kieran behind.
Oh, thank God.
None of you are going to leave this room tonight. If you do, you will have hell to pay. Is that understood?
Yeah, but what if I need to take a piss?
Question,
We
what
have the
exactly does
bathroom.
hell to pay mean? Because I feel like I've seen hell before and it's not actually that bad.
It's an expression. I don't think we should test them right now. I'd rather not figure out what the meaning of hell to pay is.
Oh, which one?
Where is it? You notice that sort of just whistles. And
What?
you
No,
notice
no, no, no,
that
no, no, no. No, 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 no.
about 4 dogs, large dire wolves, come running down the hallway.
Why did you have to ask, Kieran?
Curiosity.
Am I used to those things being domesticated?
You've heard that they have been domesticated, though there's none at where you're from.
Okay.
I try to pet the puppy,
Then it's
Growls at you.
but lets me pet it. Just growls at me.
No, no. Do you put your hand any closer when it
like
begins to growl?
Yeah,
grab
no,
Lilith
no.
and pull her back.
Behave. Do not leave. Or I think you know what happens.
Yeah.
I didn't want
I
it
can
to
take
come
it.
to this, but here we are.
Who is he looking at when he says that?
Kieran.
Come on, Cyril, I even put a good word in it with you and the prince.
He just walks away and shuts the door.
Wait, did Lilith get to pet the dog?
No.
Sage pulled her back.
I knew that.
Kieran,
Right. You guys are in the room all together besides Emma.
Kieran, what did you do?
Nothing. I was literally just reading on a on a gazebo.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for something to drink.
Oh, but the princess did break all my ribs though. That felt great.
What?
Oh,
Wait, what?
let me help you. Let me help you. Laps is gonna go over and immediately use lay on hands.
Wait, hold. If you heal them while they're broken, it's not gonna do much to help them.
Oh, I can help with that.
What?
Yep.
I
Hold
don't
on.
want. Hey, buddy! I barely know you. Please don't touch me.
I'm not gonna touch you. I don't need to.
That doesn't. Okay.
That's oddly threatening.
Listen, do you want your ribs to be put back in place or not?
I mean, I could do that.
I can also do that as well.
Alright,
Whoa,
go ahead.
guys, one at a time. One at a time, please.
You know what, Kieran? Do you want to have broken ribs all night?
No,
Piggy wants to have broken ribs all night.
I don't want to get fucking strangled by shadows either. I was literally just reading in a courtyard. This is like the one time that I wasn't getting into trouble, and for some reason, someone tried to off me. Do you know how many times I got my neck threatened? My knees? My knees? She has a thing for knees. I think she was
What?
Who
flirting
was
with
this?
me, actually.
What?
While Kieran is
What
doing
is
this,
he
I'm just
talking
gonna
about?
put a blood ministration in. Just a very tired blood ministration.
Well, yeah, Laps is going to go help and heal Kieran.
You get 7 points of healing from Lilith.
How many do you need, would you say?
5.
I'll give you an easy 5.
5.
While helping, Laps is just gonna kind of like softly, lowly say, if you would like Webble tonight, I could have him come over to your room. I know
I'm
that
gonna
you've had a
make sure that
stressful day.
this healing actually set his ribs in the proper
Okay,
position and
can-
didn't just heal them in the wrong position.
Okay, that's never been a problem before. And like Laps would know not to do something like that. He is proficient with his healing abilities.
Laps
This is-
heals the rib, but they grow in like really, really whack. So then Kieran just becomes a hunchback.
You know,
Stop!
okay, I'm sorry, Laps. I'm just trying to make sure he's okay. I've seen them healed wrong before.
I I can promise you that I'm not going to mess this up.
It's
Zach,
I've
okay,
never-
for a
Lex.
drink.
At the very least, it's good
Whiskey.
training. It's kind of nice
Scotch.
to see Sage worry about me. Not gonna lie.
No alcohol.
God damn it.
You wouldn't know the
Uh,
reason why. but
Implying that I
everyone else-
don't on a regular basis.
No,
I-
it just
I
well,
think it's fair to say that we all worry about each other. Just
it's a
at
different
least
kind of worrying. This one is kind of valid. This one is not self-inflicted.
At least you're okay.
Sigh.
Cards,
Am
anyone?
I?
Lilith will look very excited when you say cards.
I think I'm going to head in for an early night. He told us to get 10 hours, was it? And
10 hours. What?
well, he said that we needed to get our sleep because they'll be waking us up early for mandatory preparations, as in we don't have a choice. They will be here to prepare us for the wedding. I'm not sure exactly when. Very early, and he said it would take minimum an hour and a half. So I'd rather not be groggy for it.
10 hours. Wait, 10 hours till the wedding or 10 hours of sleep? And then we
10
get
hours of
ready
sleep.
for the wedding.
10 hours of
What?
sleep, then an
Why?
hour and a half when we wake up. I'm not sure. I don't think he meant that specific, but he just wants us to be well rested for when he wakes us up to get ready.
Weird.
Why is it strange? Or like, why do you think it's strange at least?
I don't know. It's just 10 hours of sleep is a lot.
Are you scared of sleeping?
I'm scared of. Fuck you, dude.
Okay, how about those cards?
Like I said, I think I'm gonna head in. Kieran, would you like bubble or not?
He can choose.
Well,
He has no free will.
alrighty.
Slave ferret.
No, he's a weasel.
I love how that's the part you took exception to.
yeah.
No, both. That gets a double no.
While you're dealing out the cards, Lilith is gonna lay down one last echo on her bed.
Okay.
And Emma, if you're not asleep, you watch as that floating circle of blood in your room just like wipes away in a circular fashion.
One thing that I did want to do prior to that, hopefully, is I wanted to ritual cast detect magic on it and see what the fuck it was.
Should I fill in for this, Zach? Because I kind of know what it is.
So basically, you would detect magic on it, and it would detect as some sort of blood magic.
Okay, so Hemocraft.
Yeah. You have a feeling it was probably from Lilith.
I would assume
based
after I get blood magic, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that tracks.
Yeah,
I
there's
could also
also
agree
a
with
hint
this.
of like demonic magic in it as
Okay.
well.
Good to know.
And because of the flavor that I put into it, a tiny bit of conjuration.
What'd you say?
Because of the way I flavor it, a tiny bit of conjuration.
Okay, yeah.
It's a real mix of stuff.
It's a cocktail. But eventually you guys all do whatever you would like in the night in your rooms until eventually the morning comes. In the morning, all of you, including you, Emma, it's basically rush to get scrubbed in hot steaming water, dressed, looked appropriate, put makeup on, all of you.
And
Whatever accessories you had will be put on or helped with. And, you know, there's corseted, you're cinched, all this is happening.
Does Laps get makeup? How does that even work?
It somehow works.
I would just like to mention
It
for the fun
somehow
of
works.
it, because of my
Magic.
decisions,
Wow.
I'm at 36 out of 67 hit points.
We
All
just got a full
self-inflicted.
rest.
No. I haven't taken the full rest yet. All self-inflicted yesterday.
Do I get corseted?
Yes.
Oh. Ow. My
Which
tattoo.
ones? Well, how
Ouchie.
many?
Yeah, how many?
Wait, what does it mean to be corseted?
It's something
You
that,
put a corset
it's something
on.
that,
What's
Yeah.
a corset?
something that
It's the
they
thing
on
that you
females
put
to
and
make
then
them
you
look
like
thin.
pull it and it gets tight around their waist and it makes their.
It suffocates women.
It creates
woman-
like that
Oh.
hourglass.
Yeah.
That's a myth.
It
That's a myth.
shapes,
It's a myth.
it shapes things.
Is it actually? I don't know.
Yeah, it's actually
It
meant.
does
It
not-
was the bras of that time, basically.
Of course, I mean
Oh, okay.
regular.
And it provided back
But like,
support.
it's not supposed to suffocate.
It's not
Yeah.
supposed to. You
You're
do
doing it wrong
Yeah.
if you suffocate it. Yeah.
Well, how does that? I'm just trying to think how that would work on like Mirai.
It's just like
Big.
her human torso.
What?
Okay.
They don't
It's
make a
just a
giant
torso.
corset for my
No,
dear body?
You remember
They
you
do,
got
girl.
horse. You got like a horse armor like
They give me a horse
robe
dress.
thing. It's a horse dress. That's very nice. Emma, you are actually put in. Where's
My
it?
normal clothes.
Do we
There's
get to
nothing new.
keep? Do we get to keep it? Do we get to keep our little fits?
If we don't die, sure.
We'll be fine.
Yeah. So I'll get to your guys out later, Emma, in a few. But you guys are then led out into outside of the city gates. Emma, you are led out as well by another
Okay.
person.
Are we forbidden from taking our weapons?
It is highly recommended. Surreal mentions that weapons should not be present. If they are seen, that could be very bad. This is supposed to be a peaceful event, and this could mean ill will towards the family.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
we also don't have any ceremonial weapons.
well, I would say that my sword is ceremonial. And
He
We
still
leave-
recommends that you leave it here
Okay.
because it will might not be taking
I
place.
got
in the
I
new
got my
ceremony.
hooves if need be.
We leave Pokey Stick
Jack Rabbit.
directly underneath our blood. Echo.
Okay.
I mean, if really necessary, I got my magic man.
You got your magic man? Is he like a little guy that stands next to you to cast your magic for you?
I'm the magic man.
Also, if it's really
Yeah.
required, I can just go full Pinky.
I'm the highwayman.
I'm the magic man.
But you all are led to what appears to be a nice, finely crafted. You, Emma, are at like a raised sort of like platform.
I hate
In
those.
it's quite high up. Like you notice that it's sort of positioned on a hill, where you notice that a crowd begins to gather. It appears that the entire city has been invited to see the ceremony. And you notice that you are there as Blade is there. You also notice that Flo and Corbin are also there. So they have a little bit of a different clothing than you guys. You are currently wearing what looks like this.
Wow.
So you guys are in, you two, Blade and Emma, are in like a red and black color, while Flo and Corbin are in like a white and red color scheme. But eventually you notice that a lot of the noble heads of the family are also up on the raised dais, as well as there's a throne or a raised chair for the king to sit, as well as the queen just below. But it appears that a large gathering is going on right now. And the rest of you arrive and get you guys are sort of gathered into a large area in sort of the front. Kronos got pikes.
I called it, baby.
I am tall. Not that
Wait.
tall, but
Okay,
Oh.
I just have to point out that means that despite how Pike never met us and never came with us here, they still had an order for another suit. Despite
Yes.
how we, what? It's like, oh, we just had this random
Is it
order laying
fitted
here.
to me?
Oh,
It
That's
is not fitted to you,
crazy.
no.
God damn
Duh.
it. This
So it's a
seems
little
bit...
big.
do we have like a special spot? Does
When
it
did I
seem?
get the extra?
You guys are sort of like in the front. You
Oh,
practically
right,
have the
Keep an
best,
eye on us.
the best seat in order to see everything up top.
I will just mention it for posterity. The one thing Lilith is going to bring with her is she's going to put that shard of a mirror somewhere that she can get it if necessary, but
Okay.
hidden on her person.
How hot do I look?
Roll for hotness.
I don't
In,
want to. Can I?
in roll 20.
Oh no
Wait.
no.
So
Okay,
just
in
roll a
what
d20.
sense? Like, are you flaming? Like, are you angry?
Mm.
Can I have advantage?
You look uncomfortable. Doesn't really. Fashion does not suit you at all.
Ooh,
Can
what
I
about
roll
Labs?
for hotness?
What about
Sure.
Labs? Can we all roll?
Please,
rolling for
please.
hotness.
Everyone
No,
roll
here's-
for hotness.
Here's the
Oh,
question,
oh,
Zach.
Oh,
Holy shit! Labs is about to get hit on at this
Labs
point.
got
Zach.
a drip.
Here's the question: Can I roll with advantage because I am a changeling?
No!
God,
No!
some of us are just
Zach,
just
why'd I
roll
get a
flat.
5?
Cronus.
Exclamation point
Rip
roll.
Cronus.
It's
Zach,
okay.
no,
I
I
have,
just-
I have disguise self for a
Uh,
reason.
Yeah,
I do
just roll
slash roll
flat,
1d20.
For me. Say.
What is the command for it?
Slash roll 1d20. Slash roll space 1d20.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Bro, I'm expending a couple fate points for re-rolling this bitch.
Uh-oh.
Alright, cool. I'm
Oh,
perfectly
right.
average.
Wait. Question: Can I add my charisma?
No.
Yes.
I'm
No.
getting advantage
Wait.
because I'm the
Do
bride.
we have to
15.
roll in roll 20?
Yes.
Shit! I just got a nat 20, man.
Oh. Oh.
I'm rolling with
You have
advantage
to
because
roll
I'm
in
the
roll
bride.
20.
Uh-oh.
Damn, Emma, you be looking.
You look
something.
uncomfortable. You don't belong in these clothes, and you make
No,
it
I
known.
do not. Triple
No,
advantage.
Roll for
Okay.
blade. Roll for
All
blade.
right.
Roll for blade, please.
God.
Okay.
Zach just uses the roll 20 command. It's like roll a d20, can't be below 16.
Yeah,
Stop.
fudge roll.
9.
We're equal, baby.
He looks uncomfortable.
We all look uncomfortable. No shit.
No.
Not
Look
Labs.
uncomfortable.
Laps got
I'm
the
looking,
drip.
I'm looking real uncomfortable as this shard of a mirror stabbing my back.
Oh my lord.
Hey, bro.
Hold on. Why the fuck did Lilith roll for hotness, bro?
Because everyone else was doing
It's
it.
cuteness.
Shit, can I
mean,
roll
that
again
was
for cuteness?
surprisingly a very good sound clip from Zach.
What does
Yeah.
nat 20 for Labs even mean?
He's getting all the bunny girls. You see Lop of
Oh my
Flops?
God.
Flop sees you and it's like,
Lola bunny.
damn. That
God
does
damn it.
God damn.
the classic whatever Nick does when
White
he
lip.
rubs his chin.
Oh, the ah-ha-ha.
Yeah, the piss champ?
This
Please don't remind me of that.
Flops does the piss champ or Laps does the piss champ?
It
Zach.
must be my least favorite face he makes. It's gotta be my least favorite.
Blade's bottom lip.
Never do I want to kiss him less when he makes that face. The other time is when he sings the Mask Sus remix.
That's a what? You don't like
Getting
that,
off topic, guys.
dude.
I'm
If I had
sorry,
a
I'm
partner
sorry,
that
I'd like to
sung that-
imagine this
Fucking
is
winner.
straight wedding conversation, even
No,
if it's
Dude,
not
Zach,
character.
what does my 16 get me?
You look fly as hell.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Oh, little boy looking so good in his little.
looking
You
fresh,
call me
looking
little boy
slick.
one more time, I'm going to blow
What?
a gasket.
Wait,
And
You
we're
look
back in
so
character.
Oh,
Zach,
look, you're
Zach,
turning
could
into
you
me
say-
there.
Could
Learning
you
from the best
say
man.
theoretically that Sage has the drip?
It's got the drip.
Got the drip.
I hate it.
You got
I hate it. I hate it. Oh, okay,
It
bye.
cannot be denied.
Rhythm hated that joke that much, bro.
You got the drip.
You got the drip.
You go to
Alright.
Anyways, continue.
Labs is the physical manifestation of drip right now.
I cast
Oh.
a fireball in the party.
Got this music ready.
I'll use.
All right, god damn it, I have to draw something.
God damn it! I
Okay.
know what you're gonna draw.
So,
Drip laps.
eventually it reaches 7 o'clock. Seems like there's a large hum coming from the crowd. before discussing, making comments and stuff like that, until eventually you see the king steps up. He then begins to address the crowd, his voice amplified by some sort of magic. Thank you all for coming to the wonderful marriage between Flo, soon to be Ostrov, and Corbin Ostrov. Blade Shadow and Emma Shadow.
Yeah. Sorry.
Uh, I hope you all will enjoy the ceremony that is going to happen before you. Both ceremonies will be slightly different, but yet they still follow the customs that have been established in our lineages from time past. We will first start with Flo. Actually, no. We will first start with Blade and Emma.
Oh boy, just going right into it. Oh god.
You notice that the king stands and gestures both of you forward, and you walk forward in front of each other. You stand in the sort of fashion similar to any sort of marriages across from each other, facing each other, with your sides to the crowd and the king. It's kind of an uncomfortable aura that's kind of going on as you're kind of looking at each other. But the king says, since neither of you are full-blooded vampires, the ceremony will be slightly different. In this marriage, to tie the proverbial knot, you will both consume blood from the king.
Ew.
Probably should have asked about this earlier.
I tried. I asked everyone I knew, and they were like, "You'll find out."
He takes out what appears to be a sort of black, reddish, sort of like encrusted, sort of little gaudy, but still kind of cool goblet. And he takes what appears to be a blade and runs it along his hand,
Hey, that's my husband.
and then bleeds into it.
Sorry.
Until eventually it is mostly full. He then hands it to both of you and asks that you both hold it in the center.
Okay.
With the drinking of the blood of the lineage of our first ancestor, Zachariah, this will signify that you truly and 100% will be loyal to each other, and that which has created us. You will now drink.
I guess so. Fuck. Does Blade look like he's waiting for me, or is he doing it?
He's a little hesitant, but eventually he goes ahead and does it first.
Okay.
And then he sort of puts it down in the center.
does he have any sort of like reaction to it, or is it like fucking drinking water?
Nope, he sort of just drinks it and stays pretty straightforward. Unchanging emotion.
This I hate 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 this I do it. Okay. Fuck.
Right.
There's like a large amount of hesitation before Emma finally picks it up.
Con saving throw.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go!
Hey, that's not fucking bad actually. That's a 15.
DC 300.
Okay,
Don't
DC
die.
8 billion.
As you drink down the hot, viscous liquid,
I'm gonna throw
Yeah,
up.
stop describing it.
I'm gonna throw up.
it doesn't taste bad. But it doesn't taste good either.
Tastes like blood.
It's got that strong iron taste, one that you all too familiar with, breathing it in, smelling it at all times when you were together in the dungeons of Ketsuki,
Yeah.
fighting to save your adoptive father. It's a little nostalgic, but it still doesn't taste good. But you keep it down without gagging or anything.
That
You seem fine. You guys seem fine.
Okay.
And then when you both have drank from the goblet, it says, "Well, it is official. You are now happily husband and wife." And the crowd sort of cheers, gives rounds of applause, and gestures for you guys to go sit down.
Okay.
He then turns his attention to Flo and Corbin and says, "Flo and Corbin, if you would so come up here." They do so.
Putting a hand on Kieran's shoulder.
They get into a similar position. Now, this is a interesting case, as Flo is mortal. With this, the marriage will have to be completed. So, I will ask this of both of you. Flo, do you take Corbin to be your husband? I do. Corbin, do you take Flo to be your wife? Through thick and thin? Through life and death? Well, I do. Well, with that, shall commence. And you notice that Zarian hands Corbin what appears to be a large curved blade.
You mean Lazarus?
Or yes, Lazarus. He hands Corbin a large curved blade, to which he takes and thrust it into Flo's chest.
Oh.
Is there any
Hand
reaction
on
from the crowd?
Kieran's hand on Kieran's shoulder tightens.
Is there any reaction from the crowd at all?
Dead silent.
Is there a reaction from Kieran?
Yeah, he looks heartbroken. He looks like he's about to cry out, but he's not going to.
And you notice that she begins to fall and fall limp, but he catches her. And they just sit for what appears to be 1 minute.
Sage.
2 minutes.
Yes, Kieran.
Sage.
Yes, Kieran.
3 minutes.
What is happening?
I don't know, Kieran.
4 minutes.
Why isn't she getting up?
Hand on Kieran's shoulder.
5 minutes.
Gonna be okay.
6 minutes. 7 minutes. 8 minutes. 9 minutes. 10 minutes.
Gonna go
Kieran?
all the way up to
I'm
60.
here. Sage.
Yes, Kieran.
11 minutes. 12 minutes.
Sage, why is it taking so long?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
13 minutes.
Can I look at Blade? What's he
14
doing?
minutes. He's just sitting there. 15 minutes.
I'm gonna squeeze Kieran's shoulder.
16 minutes. 17. 18.
Oh, he is just crying. Very quietly.
Like,
though.
Putting
19.
Sage is like putting his hand on Kieran's head and like, it's okay. It's okay.
20.
I very awkwardly like pat pat
21.
your shoulder, and then just sit back down.
22. 23.
Are you actually gonna go all the way to 60?
24.
Does Zach want us to do
25.
something?
26.
What are we supposed to do?
27.
Other than
Can I whisper to Sage,
28.
are you able to message? Can you ask? Can
29.
you ask if this is okay?
Since this is in front of me, I'll message Blade very, very quietly and just be like, what is happening?
You get no response.
Jack, I'm
what
gonna
about-
cast something.
no.
I'm just curious. I'm just.
You
doing this 'cause
literally
I'm
just
curious.
got this character fucking today!
Christ, Jesus! I'm casting see invisibility.
Oh my god!
Alright.
Oh, my heart, bro.
Anything? You know,
Let me pull up the spell card.
yeah, there you go. Bing.
You don't see anything now. Nothing out of
Yeah, I
the
didn't
ordinary.
think so. All right, just curious.
30
That's
minutes. You notice that she begins to move again. She begins to stand up. You notice something's different about her. Her eyes are now that of
Yes.
a
Eyes
deep
singular.
sort of reddish color. You notice that she has extended canine. But she stands up. And when she does so, She embraces Corbin. And the crowd cheers.
Holding Kieran. Just holding him.
I'm drawing small circle. I'm like rubbing small circles into his back, and then I give a small, polite clap.
And then
I also give the
Lazarus
same polite clap.
gestures to everybody, says, "Well, I hope you all enjoyed the ceremony today. For two lovely couples. I wish them both happiness in their future." And he sort of kind of dismisses.
Well,
Kieran, are you okay? Stupid question. You're not okay. Can you stand?